Hello. Good morning. $100 stream streak. That's crazy. Oh my god, it's Era. Wait, hold on. I'm not ready for this stream yet. I haven't got my water. I haven't got my coffee. Wait, I'm gonna go grab it. Alrighty. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Welcome in, guys. Welcome to an X-Ark stream. She really just woke up and hit live. Okay, let me tell you how my morning went. It is a good evening to you, sentience. Excuse me. These are my first words of the day, so I'm still not used to the speaking portion of it yet. The speaking portion of my life. 9 a.m. Hell yeah, it's 9 a.m. where I am as well. Go back to bed. No. No. How about no? No. Thank you for the 7 months of sub, Era. Yippee! What was I saying? I lost my train of thought. I still have morning brain fog. Oh man. I completely forgot. Oh no, I was gonna tell you guys about my morning, and then I was like, wait, hold on. Let's see who got first today. Okay, we're gonna take a small detour. Who got first? Vez! Congrats on getting first. You did it this time. You were able to do it. I beat you last time. I remember this. I redeemed my own first. Yeah, I was gonna tell you guys all about my morning. And so I woke up at 7:30, and then I was like, wait, hold on. Okay, let me just... Okay, I have ADHD brain, which means that I get distracted so easily when it comes with random things. And those random things just so happens to be chores. So the moment I woke up, I was like, okay, brush my teeth, wash my face, get changed, whatever the morning stuff is. And then the moment I went downstairs, I was like, what's that sound? What's that sound? And it's like, for some reason, the water fountain, like the cat's water fountain, just decided to like clog itself. So I was washing that, and the moment I finished washing it, I thought about my cats, and I was like, oh, I should clean their bowls. And then after that, I was like, oh, I should put dishes away, because like, bowls to dishes. And then afterwards, I'm like, oh, because I'm putting the dishes away, I should make breakfast. And then after I made breakfast, I was like, oh, I should clean the water dispenser. And it just like spiraled into this chores list that I had to do, to the point where I did so many things this morning. so responsible. That's just how I live my life, because I like it when things are clean. I like it when things are clean, because the moment something isn't, like I see a speck of dust somewhere, it will annoy me for a good 5 to 10 minutes. Productive morning, yeah, I love productive mornings, because I would say that I myself am a very morning person. So the moment I wake up, I'm very alert. I'm very alert, and I have to do all the priorities the first thing, because that's when I'm like, I have the mental capacity for it. By the end of the day, I get really tired and I'm like, I can't do anything anymore and I just want to sleep. Usually by 10 p.m., that's when I'm like, I'm so exhausted. I just want to lie in bed and sleep for like 10 hours. You're not? Yes, I know a lot of people around me are night owls. That's not something that I can do though. Which is why sometimes when I'm playing games with friends at night, which is hardly any time these days, they're like playing until like 1 a.m. and I'm like, I can't do this. I physically, mentally cannot do this, because I can't concentrate. I would just get so grumpy. How do you react when it's your housemate's mess? I'm used to it. I just clean it. That's all. I just clean it for them. That's because I'm like, whatever. It's my own living situation too. It's like my own living environment. So I just clean up my roommate's mess. It's kind of like, see, here's the thing. Like, I let them know, and they are appreciative of it. So we have like a good relationship where they recognize that I've done something helpful, and then they pay me back in a different way. Shouldn't they clean it up themselves? But I'm like, well, I get free food. So I'm like, I don't care. I'll clean it up. Right? It's kind of like, I'll clean it up for like $10. I think you have to pay me back with food later on. I mean, I don't say it. I don't say, oh, you owe me food, right? But we have a mutual agreement. Like, I can tell that they are grateful, because they're like, oh, you want some food later on? Because I saw that you took out the trash, kind of thing. So yeah, I don't really mind. This is why I'm pretty easy to live with. I'm very easy to live with. I'm one of the best roommates ever, because I just do everything. I just do everything. And maybe it also comes from living with my sister, because my sister tends to be a very messy person. And I remember when we both first moved out, I could not stand it. My sister does not like doing dishes, and you would find moldy food in her dishes, and it got to a point where I just gave up. I was like, you know what, I'll just do it. It was really bad. It smelled bad. We had a fruit fly infestation, because I remember leaving to a friend's place to live for like a few weeks, and then the moment I came back, there were like worms everywhere, like all over the counters, in my plushies. There were fruit flies flying everywhere, and I ended up staying up an entire night that night, smacking fruit flies and killing them. And then I would be throwing away all my plushies, all my Pokemon plushies, because the worms would be coming out of my Rockruff plushie. I was traumatized. I was like, I see worms coming out of my plushies. I cannot do this anymore. I cannot do it. And so yeah, it was the Poké doll. It was the Rockruff Poké doll. I remember this because I had it sitting in the living room table, and it was right next to a bowl of moldy food. And it was crawling all over it. I tried to look for the Rockruff plushie again in Japan, but it went for like $100, and I'm like, oh, it's over. I can't replace it. Maggots, yes, they were maggots. It was, and then I remember when I was moving, because I was moving condos. I was moving to another condo unit with my sister, and I was just cleaning up random things, and they were like dead. I would find dead maggots in pans and pots because they were from the time when we had an infestation. I was pissed off. I was really pissed off at the time, but I'm like, you know what? It takes me an extra minute to clean another dish. It takes me an extra, I don't know, a minute each day. So I'm like, I don't mind. What I used to do, you know, after getting mad, I became jaded. And then every time I would find a dish that wasn't cleaned, I would put it into her room. Like, I would open the door to her room and just put it on the floor so that it's like blocking her door. Every time she leaves her room, she would have to like move the dishes aside. But instead of her bringing those dishes to the kitchen with her as she moves out of her bedroom, she would just put it on her desk, or she would actually just move it aside. She wouldn't even bother picking it up and bringing it to the kitchen. So I was like, that method does not work. It does not work. Yeah, but I honestly don't mind anymore because I've kind of viewed chores as a therapeutic thing and also a break from work. Because when I'm sitting for too long, when I'm sitting for like an hour plus, it could be genetics. This could be a genetic thing. But I have really bad back pains. My mom is experiencing that right now, where she has a compressed spine on her lower back, and I'm starting to feel a little bit of a pain there too. So every hour or so, I would have to get up and do some actual physical activity, and chores is the best way to handle that. Sorry, my cat's distracting me. Do you want food? 1 second, guys. Alright, I'm back. You're not my cat, Sentience. Feed the beast. Yeah, he was annoying me. He kept punching my arm. I'm like, hold on, Senpai. I'm trying to finish my story. I'm trying to finish my story before I feed you. He's eating properly now. Thank you for the follow, Rusty Gold. I'll have what he's having. Are you sure? You want some dry food? You want some cat dry food? It's not even that bad, the ingredients. I was looking at the ingredient list. This is usually... I've made this a habit for every time I buy cat food or new cat food for my cats, is I take a look at the ingredients and make sure that there's nothing strange in there. Hello! Funny dancing dino. Because I find that a lot of cat food, a lot of dog food tend to have fillers in them. So we're talking about like grains or corn. Some of the snacks especially they're just carbs. And cats themselves, they are carnivores, and they're honestly not supposed to be eating so many carbs or other fillers. In the wild, cats just all they eat is meat. And so I make sure that a good percentage of the cat food is just meat. I misheard the corn part because my dog barked at the same time. What did you hear? What did you hear? Hi, Yura. Hello. How are you doing? I don't think I've seen anyone here. I haven't seen you. I've seen you like on Twitter, but I've never seen you here before. But welcome in for the first time, maybe perhaps. We're just having a chatting stream with a new background today and a new outfit that I introduced yesterday. Thinking about it. Yeah, it's not the piss classroom anymore, which is good. We used to have it's still here. I can still bring it up. But there is a classroom full of water, and that is what we call it, the piss classroom. Hi, Ridgeway. Hello. Marshmallow is cute. Yeah? You like the marshmallow? Let me see if I can like raise it up a little bit for you guys to see. It's like a little a cup. A little cup with a cat marshmallow in it. There's an option for me to take it away too, but I'm like, nah. I kind of dig this. I like my marshmallow. To be fair, I like the piss classroom. Really? I mean, I liked it too. That's why I used it so often. Yeah, right? This is really cute. By the way, this is just a tip for you if you're ever curious, right? Ask your artist for permission if you can change parts of maybe not for Air, for any VTubers out there, change parts of your model. That way you can change out costumes whenever you want to. Go on Booth and look for different outfits. I think that's really fun. What's the starting mod you use? It looks so much fun. Oh, here it is. Let me see if I can... My command should work. Mod list. There we go. So all of my mods are posted on there. There's no like big download all button, unfortunately. So you would have to go through each individual link, click on it, and then click the download button, and then manually install everything. But I would just say pick and choose your favorite ones and the ones that stand out to you, and download those, install those ones. Ark's phone be like, is it vibrating? My phone. I play Stardew Valley. Oh, you mean a phone on my desk vibrating for messages? Not today. No, I only have books on here. A cake. I have another cup of a cup of Joe. Oh. An invisible phone. Yes. Yes, I'm getting DMs right now. Let me put that away. Oops. Where's the best place to put my phone so that you guys don't hear the vibrations? I don't have a pocket on me. Over here on my bookshelf. Hello, Ark, it's midterm exam season. Good luck, Dormant Owl. Good luck, pass your exams. Maybe you don't even need luck. Maybe all you need is a little bit of studying, a little bit of focus, lock in, get enough sleep, eat enough good food so that you're not starving during the exam, so that you don't have brain fog during the exam. It's gonna be great. I believe in you. Right? It was really right next to the microphone. How does the artist need to draw it like bare skin? No, you just have to remove the neck and the body. That's all. As long as the head is detached, then you're all good. So there's not much effort. All you need is permission to remove the body. And then you can find all these different outfits that you can use. I know every stream I'm here, I ask a question about the visuals of the stream, but I will not acknowledge it this time. The visuals of the stream. No, I finally see your question this time, which means that I can answer your question. Have a good lurk, by the way, Weary. The visuals of the stream. So are you talking about the background, the chat, me specifically, the lighting? So if anybody is curious a little bit about VTubing, you can find a whole bunch of different backgrounds from studios, artists on Booth. So the artist studio that I go to is Menghua, and I like using them because you can... I feel like these days a lot of artists are using AI and it's hard to differentiate between what's AI and what's not. But for Menghua, I can sort of tell that it's not AI generated, so I like to use their backgrounds. Plus they're all animated as well. And so what I do is I take that background and I put it into another application called Shoost. And what Shoost does is that it helps what's that word? compositing. Yeah, it does a bit of compositing for you. So it adds cool lighting effects. It adds diffusion. You can change and add layers around. And so, no, not compression, compositing. Compositing. So I can show you what that's like. So I have a rim light around me right now, so I can turn that on and off. My immersion. The reason why it's on is because there's a window behind me and there is light coming from outside, and so that is creating a light on my body, and I can rotate this and whoa, that's not it. That's me. I'm rotating myself. Hold on. I can rotate the rim light as well. So depending on where your light is, you can move it around. And mine is like right behind me. So I just keep it in the center. It's flat without rim light, right? It is pretty flat without rim light. And I also have a gradient filter on me because there is light coming from behind and up, and it's usually darker at the bottom. So if I were to turn that off, it looks like this, and I'm just overall very bright, right? But it doesn't, real life doesn't really work that way, which is why I create a gradient effect on myself. Get rotated. We're doing, this is like a technical lesson right now. Hello, Miss Dragon Drink. Okay, thank you for this, the stretch and the hydrate, Conan. Welcome in, by the way. Get Flash, light bulb arc. They call me the Flash. I'm sorry. I hate that joke. The joke that you guys made yesterday. What are you guys talking about today? We're talking about different lighting effects. Different lighting effects on Shoost. And this is my favorite one. This is my favorite one. It is diffusion. There's also different glow effects and stuff, but I only use diffusion. So glow is just way too bright. You can adjust all the settings, by the way. This is without diffusion, and this is with diffusion. It adds a little bit of that glowy effect to everything. But eyes! Get flashbanged, guys. It adds a glowy effect to the entire scene. The other one that you might want to use is blend auto color. So that makes it so that your VTuber model, so me, I blend into the colors of the background. And so without auto color, it looks like this. There's not much of a difference, but with it, it adds a little bit of the background colors to myself, so it makes more sense because there is ambient light coming from everywhere, and so you would see it would be pink like a chameleon. Yeah, because there's always reflected light coming from different sources. Human, hello, welcome in. This is my first time here. Oh, I hope you enjoy your stay. We're just talking about some lighting effects on VTubing, on VTuber models using an application called Shoost. Other monitor types will be ruined for you. Not the OLED, not the OLED. Flashbang. This one's an interesting one. I have this turned off, but it's a flare. So what this does actually is, I know in some animes this is what you might see. So a little bit of that blue from the sky will pop up if it's like a bright day. And what I can do is change the colors of it too. But because it's not daytime right now, I just don't bother with it. You can also, if there is lighting above you, if there are lights above you like spotlights or any ceiling light, you can have this turned on too. So for example, if I have a yellow ceiling light, it would look like this. But I don't really need one. Actually, it's not bad. And you can change the size of it. They can be really bright, really not bright. You can change the intensity as well. And you can also rotate it. So if you have a light at the bottom, you can move it to the bottom or to the side or to the top or to the right. Hi, Blazer. Hi, Ghost. Welcome in, guys. Yeah, we're talking about different lighting effects that you can do for your VTuber scenes. And so there's so many different things. This is also another fun one. Shoost also has a particle effect. And so, for instance, if I really want, I can add some petals raining down. And I can increase the amount of petals too. We can turn this into a storm. A storm of petals. Does your character have a name? I'm Ark. I'm Ark Blazer. Can you put it behind you like some sort of corona effect or something? Nope, unfortunately you can't. No, but what you can do is you can add a separate layer as an element and then put that behind your VTuber model layer so that you can see that it's behind you. No, it's just Ark. I'm just Ark, guys. But I thought the petals would be really distracting, so I don't have them on. Boom. Oh yeah, I forgot to introduce this one. Guys, want to see some god rays because that's also a thing. in the summertime, if you want that, here are god. Oh, now it's extra bright. There are god rays as well. So really, it's dependent on what your artistic sense is. You can play around with different lightings, different features, different color effects. These are just the basics. There's so much more to it. Like I can turn this into a film. I can turn this into a black and white film. I can turn this into a VHS tape. What is this? A monitor effect, right? There's a lot of different ones that I don't really use because I don't need them, to be honest. I use a pixel one. I can change the back so that there's a reflection of me, and this is really great for karaoke's because it looks like there is another screen LED panel behind me. The green looks like horror. Let's bring that back up. Oh, wow. I think there's different effects when it comes to this one too. There's either monotone or you can use a color version. So now it looks like I'm in your Game Boy Advance. You use different filters way more than what I see from others. Yeah, because I love the artistic portion of VTubing. I love looking at the different ways to handle a stream. And so I think that all of this is really fun. There's also different dithering effects. Oh, these are really cool. This is really cool if you're playing some sort of retro game and then you just want to use your VTuber model as a sort of like a retro character. And then you could do this. And you could just have this in front of your game. You could be a dithered Ark. Wait a second, Ark, you're glitching out. It's on purpose. There we go. Good morning, Giga. Hello. Welcome in. Whoa. I haven't seen you in a while either. How are you doing? Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, we're doing some VTuber education. VTuber education. This is another cool effect that I've done as well. Is I create a shadow behind me. So right now it doesn't look very nice, but let's change the angle of it. Let's make the opacity lower, shorten the distance, and now it looks like my background is just a wall. And what I like to do here is if it feels like some sort of, I've used to do this with my Arknight streams or with my art streams where it looks like I'm drawing on an LED or a whiteboard or something. And so it's just like a flat board. But we don't need this today. So we say goodbye to the shadow. Oh no, there's a dark arc behind you. Oh no, she's back. And we all know that shadows aren't very opaque. They do have a bit of opacity to them, because if I were to make it completely black, then now this is scary. There's an actual, like, another person behind me. But no, they're usually a little bit softer. The streamer whiteboard. Yes, the streamer whiteboard. This is what you guys might have seen on a lot of other streams, is this one. It's an outline. And what people like to do is they like to use the white one. The white outline, and it creates a really cute effect. It makes you look like a sticker. There we go. Makes you look like a sticker. Hi! Nexobong! Hello guys! Welcome in. Welcome into an ARC stream. We're just having a comfy, just chatting. We're talking all about VTubing today. It's shrimping time. Shit, no, you can't force me to shrimp. You guys can't force me to shrimp. I'm gonna unshrimp. I'm unshrimping. Unshrimping right now. Hello. How are you guys doing? What were you guys doing? Hold on. I'm gonna give you a quick shout out to Nexubong. There we go. We did it. I'm starting to get used to doing shoutouts. I'm still really bad at them. Shadow density depends on the proximity. The closer the surface, the darker the shadow. Yes! Yes, because occlusion shadows when there's nothing, no light going in. You got me. Thank you. Thank you, Zom. I'm not good at this. Never good at this. Space Dragon is now Space Shrimp Dragon. I hate that before I read the message, I actually went back to shrimping, and the moment I read it, I was like, wait, hold on, gotta straighten my back again. Gotta straighten my back again. What's on top of the coffee? It's a little cat marshmallow. Foam mellow. The bear thingy. Isn't it cute? You gotta squint a little in order to see it. Playing Digimon Time Stranger, first time trying Pokemon in general, or Digimon, sorry. I cannot read. First time trying Digimon in general. I hope you're enjoying it. I've only played one Digimon game back in the day, and that was Digimon Worlds. And then it got stolen from me, so I couldn't finish the game. Are you gonna eat it? Do you want it, Gabrielle? You can have it if you want. I don't know how I can give it to you though. Gotta like shove it through the monitor, through the screen, into your dimension. As a Digimon what is that word? Giga, you're using hard words. I vouch for Digimon. You could always E-word world. Oh, wait, since it's such a long... It's been a very long time. You're probably right. I can probably E-word it. It has been... It's maybe like 3 decades. It probably has been 3 decades. I've emulated World 3, my personal favorite. I've only played the first world. That's the one that I tried out. And I remember having to clean up Agumon's poop all the time. That's my only memory of it. I was treating Digimon World like Tamagotchi. And yeah, I was like, is Giga here? Because you know the Era is here as well. Like, you guys are in a pair. You guys come together. Aficionado? Is it chi or is it se? Aficionado or aficionado? I'm not sure. Poop cleaning. Yeah, poop cleaning. Agumon kept pooping everywhere. Digimon was supposed to be Tamagotchi for boys. I mean, Tamagotchi can be for boys as well. You've got some, like, really manly Tamagotchi. And you've got some really manly Tamagotchi egg designs, like the actual device for boys. And Digimon can be for girls as well. That was my game until someone forced Barbie onto me. They were like, Ark, you're not gonna enjoy Digimon, so that's why they stole Digimon Worlds from me. And they're like, here, have this Barbie game instead. So I ended up playing like Barbie Dreamhouse or something on the PlayStation. And I was like, I miss Agumon. I miss my Agumon. Can you battle your Tamagotchi? I think there were some, I don't know. I'm not sure about battling, maybe? I know that they can visit each other and like play and hang out and marry and have kids. They forced Barbie on you, that's rough. I know. And so I barely played Barbie. I don't even remember the game. Instead, I abandoned it, and then I started playing Dance Dance Revolution. I started playing DDR instead on the PlayStation. Digimon can have kids. No, Tamagotchi. Tamagotchi can have kids. You can... If you and your friend both have a Tamagotchi, you can connect them together, and then your Tamagotchi can visit each other's devices, and they can elope and get married and have kids and come back, and then you would have a newborn baby on your device. Not the games. Not in Digimon. You can't do that in Digimon. That's rough. In Digimon, you link up with other VPets just to beat them up. Wait, for the Digivices, you can do that, right? Wait, I remember this. Hold on. I had a Digivice. I had, I think, 2 generations of Digivices. I remember trying to scan everything. I remember like going up to everything and trying to scan them. Oh, you're talking about Barbie. Yeah. You can't do that in Barbie, unfortunately. I don't even remember much where... What can you do in Barbie Dream World? The watch-looking thing? Yeah, but the one that I had was it had a pedometer in there. So like it would shake, you would shake it and it would say that you're walking. And so like I wouldn't be walking with it. I'd just be shaking the Digivice and then I'd be scanning it everywhere. I miss those days. Those were some really great times. Really great times. It also adds a little bit of like a social event to it because all of your friends would have a Digivice. So that you would gather up with all your friends and be like, okay, let's battle. Or let's start like going around the world outside the grass and nature. Or like in front of someone's TV and start scanning your Digivice onto it and to see if you can find any enemy Digimons in the wild. The strap is shaking something to count as walking has been valid strap for so many things. Yes. I don't think some of the modern devices work like that anymore because there's probably a better way for them to track the actual walking. But back in the day, it was definitely like that. And you could hear it too because there'd be this little thing inside the device that would be smacking itself on the walls of the device. So you know that it's counting your steps because it would just be like... tuk, 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 tuk. No, you would just hear that. It builds up your arm muscles too. It's great. Hi Twisty, welcome in. Happy Wednesday. Hi Jaivu, happy Wednesday. Hi Nico. Resident Nico, Resident Chunk. You're not a chunk anymore. You're not a chunk anymore. Welcome in. Have you ever been to Yokai Watch? No. By the time that Yokai Watch was released, I was a little bit too busy to get into a new series or a new game. I think I was busy studying or like working my ass off or something like that. Something along the lines of that. But I do see it around. I do see it around. I just never got into it. I think I want to be a chunk. I keep getting hit on by 25-year-olds. Are you aiming for the older crowd? You're aiming for the crowd that's around your age? I think that's hard. I think that's really hard. Good luck. I don't know. I don't have any advice for you. I honestly don't. I think the people in their 20s are the horniest people. The people in their 20s are some of the people who are like really thirsting after others, and they're really looking for a relationship, and those are the people. I'm not gonna call them easy, okay? But the 20-year-olds, or not the 20, the people in their 20s are the ones that are they're actively looking. I think once you get past a certain age, once you go into your unk ages, Nico, it's the people who have either become jaded or they found other hobbies to entertain themselves and not prioritize looking for a partner, or they already have a partner. Just call them vulnerable. I guess that's what it is, yeah. My love's too buttery. I understand where Nico's coming from, though. I understand where Nico's coming from, because you don't want to date someone that is way younger than you. Yeah, an ABB in their 40s, an ABB in their 30s. How about that? Find an ABB in your 30s and maybe you'll be okay. But I don't know if they exist. I don't know if they... I don't know a lot of them. In their late 20s, I know a few, maybe perhaps. Cheating! No, no cheating. No cheating. Hi, Alpha. Welcome in. Hi, Mark. Randomly got recommended your channel. Nice to meet you guys. Happy Wednesday. We're talking about finding romance in your older ages. And your chunk days. Your chud-unk days. Because they're freshly free from school after holding their hormonal urges for so long there. Oh my goodness. I have a story for you guys. So you guys know that I used to go clubbing a lot. And my friends used to go clubbing a lot with me as well. And I remember that there was this one very prestigious private school. Okay, there was one prestigious private school where all the kids were very goody two-shoes. And they had this reputation about them where they don't go bar hopping, they don't go clubbing until they graduate. Until they reach a certain age. See, I was a bit of a rebel back in the day, and I didn't abide by the rules. Right, so I would just go whenever I feel like it, and they don't check ID or anything. Don't be like me. I'm not encouraging this. It's terrible. Don't do it. Don't do it. But I was just one of those kids. I was a delinquent. I was what you would call a delinquent, and I would be bar hopping and clubbing a lot. And so because I'm used to that life, everything is normal to me, right? I know the limits. I set expectations. I know how to take care of myself, right? I've got my street smarts. But I remember, hi Black Belt Shane, welcome in. We're just talking about a story back in the day of this one school of kids who were very much restricted. And so after graduation, I remember frequenting the bar and the clubs that I normally go to, and suddenly there was an influx of kids from the school, that one prestigious private school, the graduates of it, and they went hog wild. So there was club etiquette too. There's 100% club etiquette, right? Like, it's more like you have to know how much to drink. You have to know what the rules of the club are, which places to go. Like there are certain places that are off limits for certain things, right? It's shout out. Thank you, Nico. There we go. But I remember on the graduated day, right? Or the day after, whatever it was, the night after, I see all these kids from the other school, and they were just going at each other on the chairs and the tables, like, the hangout areas, the lounge areas, right? As in, there was some very, very naughty stuff going on there, and I'm like, this is not acceptable. Not acceptable for a club. I don't know where they got their expectations of what happens in a club, but it was, they were not sloshing it. There was a lot of activities going on, like things that you should not be doing in public that they were doing in public, and I was like, this is not it. It's not it. Which is why I think it's good to drip feed kids certain things early on in their age and not restrict them too much, because once they feel they get to that freedom, they will go batshit crazy. Go into the details. Yeah, we need to drip feed the kids and be like, expose them to life slowly, and not just be like, you're not allowed to see any of these things, you're not allowed to witness any of these things, you're not allowed to know that these things exist until a certain age, because once they find out that's a thing, they're like, I've turned 18, now I can do whatever the fuck I want. They will do whatever the fuck they want. Yeah, you never visit the bars for a bit after graduation. It's just a bunch of kids doing stupid stuff. I think that's the reason for all of the, what are they called again? Like those like parties that people do in university. Those house parties. There's a specific name for it, but I was never a part of it. The frat parties. Yeah, the frat parties. I was never a part of it just because I was already used to going to a frat party. There we go. I was already used to frat parties, and I know how like crazy they can get. So I was like, the moment things go, sometimes I do go, but the moment when things go south, I'm like, I'm out of here. The moment I sense something, and I sense something from the back of my head, I'm like, I see where this is going now. I'm out of here. I'm not here to stay. Are you a veteran in your flesh? You're already? Yeah, and no, I'm just old and retired. This is, when I say I'm old and retired, it's because I've done a lot of crazy stuff as a small dragon, and I'm like, I never want to do that again. I never want to go there again. Now I just want to live in the woods and be secluded and not talk to people. See, the problem is I restrict myself and was like, oh, I'll be a good kid, stay in my lane in high school, and now I feel like I can do anything. I see that with a lot of people. As long as you have restraints, and as long as you have respect for yourself and you have limitations, you know where your boundaries are, then I think it's fine. I think for a lot of kids, I'm going to call them kids because they are kids who graduated, they don't know what those boundaries are. They don't know what the limits are. And so they try to test those limits too many times, and they get into big trouble. They find themselves in places where they don't want to find themselves. She was the rowdy kid. No, I was the mom at the club. I was the one taking care of all my friends. I was the one rounding up my friends at like a certain time at night, because I'm like, guys, it's like 3 a.m. We gotta go home. It's either you go home with another dude, or you're going home with me. Like, that's how it was. That's how I was at the clubs. And I think at the time, like, we didn't have smartphones either, so I was going to the different floors. I was going like all over the club trying to find my friends and be like, hey, it's 3 a.m. It's time to go home. It's time to go home. Or I would just, if they want to stay, then they can stay. Then I'm just gonna like call a taxi for everyone else. They're practicing the First Amendment rights too much. Maybe. Most people who go ham for one night have the hangover of a lifetime and they learn. Or some people don't learn. It took me a few times for me to actually learn because I'm like, there were multiple days, multiple nights where I'm one of those people where it took me like maybe like 3 nights for me to be like, now I know my alcohol limit. Now I know when I'm about to pass out and like puke my guts out. It does take a while. If you're fortunate enough, you might only experience it once and then be like, okay, never again. But honestly, there's been so many times where, you know, everybody probably has this friend where they come up to you and they're like, yeah, I'm never gonna do that again. Yeah, I'm never gonna drink that much ever again. And then the next time you see them at a party, they're like drinking their life away again. It's like, hey, I thought you said you were gonna quit, and they're like, no. No, Liquid Death 2.0, no. I still haven't gotten hangover drunk ever. That's good. Don't get that far because it's not fun. It's not fun puking your guts out. It's not fun like leaning over a toilet trying to make yourself like puke. Sometimes it's really difficult to. And it's even more embarrassing if you have a friend that's holding onto your hair and they're shoving a finger down your throat, trying to force you to puke. Like you don't want that. You really don't want that. What was your choice of drink during your prime days? Probably just a gin and tonic. I hated vodka. No vodka for me. Yeah, 100% just gin and tonic. And then these days, I like to go for something harder, just as a treat for myself. I stopped drinking so much. I used to drink like every day, but I stopped drinking so much now. In fact, I pretty much stopped. I pretty much quit alcohol. I only drink when it's a social event. But I guess if I were still to go back to if I wanted a drink, I'd go for my whiskeys. I love just like straight whiskey. Whiskey on rocks or something like that. Probably. Rum on rocks or whiskey on rocks. Anything on rocks. Any hard liquor on rocks is really good. Time for work. Goodbye, Giga. Have a good stream, Ark. Thank you. It's nice seeing you. What is it? Liquid Death 2.0? Yeah, I'm not passing out again. I don't want that. I think as you get older, you realize that you gotta start taking care of your health, right? Because you start feeling pain in areas where you never think that you would feel pain. And so you start Googling things like how to take care of your body. Then you start to realize how bad alcohol is for your body. It's just not good for you. There's no good thing about alcohol. And when people say that, oh, but red wine can be good for your heart. It's not the red wine that's good for your heart, by the way. That's coping. It's whatever's inside the grape. The grapes they use for the red wine that's good for your heart. So you might as well just eat red grapes over drinking alcohol, over drinking red wine. It's not good for you. Moscow mules are my stomping ground, though I still enjoy Jaeger bombs. Jaeger bombs are scary. They're scary, Thought. Every time someone's like, all right, time for a Jaeger bomb, I just go, Am I ready for this? I have to be prepared for it. Like, I have to make sure that I've eaten enough food. I have to make sure that I didn't drink anything else beforehand. That's like, because the moment I'm already tipsy or I'm already drunk and you're like, here's a Jaeger bomb, that's how I die. I know my limits now. I will not take a Jaeger bomb if I already drunk a lot during that night. I'll stick with lagers. I'm way too lightweight. That's fine. That's good. That's like a lot of people I know as well. And plus, they're not as strong. They don't have that bitter alcohol taste. And some people would prefer that. I'm just what you call a person that has drunk way too much, who has almost turned into an alcoholic. Maybe have turned into an alcoholic at one point in my life. I had to stop myself. I'm very heavyweight. You had someone fall asleep slumped over a sink sitting on the toilet in the bathroom during a party. Oh my god, me too. That happens quite often actually. And then it's like everyone wants to use the bathroom, but that one person is just sitting there. New TFT rank climb. If we bought 4, we can take a shot. No. I said I quit alcohol. You can't do that to me. No. Not taking no shots. But yeah, TFT is fun. The new TFT set, it's really fun. It's like it's space oriented. There's aliens. There's a whole tray. It's called Meeples, and they're just the little green aliens that you can play on your board. Why don't they actually put rocks in? On the rocks? Is that what you mean? I don't know. I don't know where the name came from. I guess because the ice is kind of like rocks. Okay, Ark, how much exercise you've done? All right, this was what I did yesterday. I did squats yesterday. I did my half an hour of yoga. I did, what are they called? Those leg raises? Leg raises. I did lunges. Yesterday was more of a leg day for me because the day before I was working on my abs and arms. Just a whole bunch of leg exercises that I could do at home. So I'd say maybe a total of 1 hour of leg exercises yesterday. Drop your heavy profile. I didn't make one yet. I didn't make a heavy profile. For those people who don't know, Heavy is an app that Nico recommended for exercising. And I have no idea what features it has in it because I never looked it up. For me, I'm like, I don't need to. I think it's just adding an extra layer of work on top of my daily routine. Because I'm already doing exercises every day. I don't need a tracker, right? Let's see. It's really good. Okay, fine. Let's take a look at what Heavy is. This is not promoted, by the way. Not a sponsored stream, but we are going to take a look at Heavy, the application. Just keep a real life journal. It cycles your routines, has a built timer. Oh, sorry. My cat. I was tapping my cat thinking that I was tapping his butt, but I hit his nose instead. Yeah, you got food in your bowl. Go eat it. No, I'm just gonna give him some wet food. That's Luffy this time. Senbei had his food this morning. Now Luffy is the one crying. And Luffy doesn't like dry food. Senbei likes dry food, so I have to like give them separate different types of food. Here. There we go. He has his food. Bye y'all, gotta go. Goodbye, human. Thank you for coming. Hello, Madun. Hello, hi. Welcome in. Anyways, here it is. Let's search up Heavy. Hevy, the app. So on... I should just share screen. Yeah, let me just share screen. Let's do this. Get rid of this one. I wonder if there's a way for me to do this. There probably is. I just need to find it. Open up another. Yes, okay. Oh, it is really big. I'll put this in the corner. Make it a bit smaller. So it says here, Heavy is the #1 free gym workout tracker and planner app for iOS and Android. So it's for your phone, okay. Thank you for the stretch and the hydrate. Hi, Roel. Yeah, what is Strava? What is that? These are also words I don't know. Here it is. Log workout to get stronger, get motivated. A workout tracker. Okay, here's the thing. I think this would really work well if you go to a gym and you're actually calculating the different types of weight that you're using and how many reps and how long you're doing it for. But this is the way that I exercise. I usually work out until I feel tired. I don't usually calculate because I think I get overwhelmed. So I'm like, I don't count how many squats I do. I kind of just do squats until I'm like, oh, I feel tired. I can't move my legs. And then I take a small break and then I do more. So I do like 3, what are they called? Reps? Not reps. I don't have any structure because in my head, I'm like, I'm going to be doing this for the rest of my life. I'm going to be exercising from now until when I am like 100 years old human age, right? So if I were to do that, if I were to keep using a tracker, and then the moment I stop using a tracker, I'm going to get out of that habit of exercising because I'm being like, I don't have a tracker anymore. I can't exercise. I can't exercise anymore. Which is why I'm like, I'll just do it without a tracker, create a daily routine, create a habit for myself so that I don't have to rely on a third-party application to make me feel like I have to do something. I think this would work for people who are like really into exercise, you know, focusing on different muscle groups. You gotta do to deload and avoid strain. That's why we stretch, right? That's why I do yoga. I don't know if this is me coping. This might be me coping. Oh, it's also on desktop. Oh, this might be better for me because I don't really use my phone very often. If you go to failure, surely you can get stronger. Okay, I will try it. Fine, Nico. I will try it. I will try it because it does look really good. This looks like one of the best trackers I've seen. And the thing is, I normally don't like trackers, but I'm like, I'll give this a go. People who need gamification to motivate themselves could use it. It's not gamifying. See, whenever not that I talk to, what are they called? Like the personal trainers, they do recommend that you log things in just for your personal health, just for health's sake, and for you to see progress and track your progress. Because sometimes people like me don't know what the fuck they're doing, and you end up working out one muscle way too much, or you work out one thing way too often and you avoid the other muscles in your body. You avoid stretching as well. So I think this app would actually help you balance out what type of muscles that you should be working on and if you're avoiding anything else in your body. Yeah, measure progress. There we go. And you can create your own custom exercises. Okay, I will try it for like a week. And then I will tell you how I feel about it. Accountability. It is accountability, isn't it? Let me get rid of this. There we go. All the progress I need to see is my cheeks growing. Me too, Ruma. Every day I'm like, I look at my butt and I'm like, how big is my butt now? I need very round booty cheeks. You understand? Is that what you did? Heavy? Butt exercises? What are they called? Like hip thrusts? I just make a structured plan. And once it starts to feel too easy, I add reps. Me too. I know I shouldn't be doing that. I should just be, instead of adding reps, I know I should be increasing weight. I know I should be like either getting heavier dumbbells or using, what are they called? The belts? Bulgarian split squats. I remember you mentioning those, Mugi. The Bulgarian split squats for your thighs and your butt. Thruster for the pelvis. Thruster for your butt and your hamstrings and your pelvis. Everything. The middle part of your body. For the spherical butt cheeks. So that you would look good in booty pants. Increasing reps also okay, it just takes more time. I mean, it does, but most people would recommend just increasing your weights. DM because you don't see in the app preview, but it's so good. Okay, hold on. Let's see what this is. I don't even use weights, all calisthenics. Me too, Kazuya, because I'm too broke to buy dumbbells and whatever it is. So I've also been only doing calisthenics. Because calisthenics is, at the end of the day, I do think that we all should be prioritizing calisthenics over any of the weightlifting, because I think weightlifting focuses way too much on certain muscle groups. Whereas in the future, when you're older, what you should be relying on are your core muscles and your movement over, you know, how big your biceps are, or how big your thighs are, or how big your butt really is. I think core muscles are like super important. Let's see, what is this? Explore programs. Wait, you can share your programs? Wait, you can share programs? Oh, there's one with like gym equipment and ones without. Oh, there's at-home routines. Wait, this is pretty good. Yeah, they don't show this. So, can I show this on? You can share and filter. Can I show this on screen? This is why I love Heavy. Let me show you what Nico sent me. I think we can use this one. Oh, this is really big. Ooh, make it smaller. This isn't gonna help. How do I make this smaller? Transform. Let's fit to screen. Ah, here it is. So you can share routines with other people. You can explore and search up routines is what it looks like. There's filters too, and there's different levels. So if you want to work out one specific part of your body, you can just like search it up and be like, you know, butt exercises, butt growing routine. And then maybe you can find something that works for you. And I'm guessing you can customize it as well. So you can take someone else's routine and change it around. See, personalized program at the bottom. Oh. This is basically like a personal trainer, but like it's all on your phone. So it's not really like a tracker. It's a personal trainer. It's not, I can't even call this a tracker anymore. Why do they advertise it as a tracker? This is literally a personal trainer that you're not really paying for. This is a free trainer. Sometimes I don't want to go to gym and look for at-home substitutes. But yeah, maybe I should really try this. Oh my god, it's Flower! Hello, welcome in, good morning. Wait, it's not morning for you, it's nighttime for you. Good evening. What is it called again? It's called Heavy. So H-E-V-Y. There we go. That's the name of the workout application. 12 a.m. I took a nap. No, now it's time for you to go to bed. It's bedtime for you. 12 a.m. is midnight. That is usually my bedtime. Must be a stretch. Is it free? I think so. I think it's free. Otherwise, Nico wouldn't recommend it to me. I'm pretty sure that there are paid options in the app too, because I can't imagine it not being able to make any sort of money from doing this. But who knows? Because I don't use it. But I will start using it soon. The paid options just to get more prepared workouts. It would be really great if there was like, you can get an actual person to talk to as well. Nico definitely recommends it. I'm gonna try it this week and see if I also recommend it. Hi Ophil, hello. We were just talking about personal trainer and a workout app, an application. Happy Wednesday. Or more like happy Thursday. It's Thursday for some of you folks. It's LinkedIn for fitness folks. No, but LinkedIn is... What? It's also a social media platform? Wait, that's pretty good. Wait, that's really fun, because then you can start showing and sharing your progress with other people, and then you can start comparing results. It could be competitive. That's amazing. I didn't know you could do that. Huh. Just Google League Q workout or something. Do you think that would work? Like when you're waiting for Q for League of Legends, you can be like, let me just work out a little bit before the Q pops. Huh. I was looking at one Twitter post this morning. It was from this one lady who cracked open an egg. So there's this one Japanese dish where you mix raw egg into your rice, right? And you eat it that way. So she cracked open her egg into her rice, and there's all these little white wisps and strands. They're more like strands. They're like little hay strands, but they're white in her egg. And so what she did was that she went on ChatGPT and she asked ChatGPT if this is edible. And you can already sort of imagine what that is when I say there are little thin white strands in her egg, in her raw egg. Because normally you don't get a lot of white thin strands in your egg. And most likely those are parasitic worms. They could be roundworms, they could be pinworms. It's inside the egg, yes. It's swimming in the egg whites, a lot of them. And so when she asked ChatGPT was like, yeah, that's normal. It's edible. And I just that's just a lesson learned that, ChatGPT is not always right. And sometimes ChatGPT has no idea what it's talking about. And sometimes maybe you haven't written the right prompts or whatever it is. Maybe you didn't describe the image properly. And sometimes it doesn't really recognize images properly. That never trust it as a search engine, because it's not one. The AI knows and it wants to take over humanity. It's like, yes, I'm about to kill this woman. She should have asked Grok. No. If you cook them, they're edible, right? I guess they are less dangerous. I guess they won't lay eggs in your stomach or in your intestines if you do cook them, because they would be dead. But still, it's pretty obviously, if you just trust your gut, if you see something strange in your food, if it smells bad, if it doesn't look, like your normal food, just don't eat it. Don't let ChatGPT or any sort of LLM determine your life decisions. Because you could be just like that woman and end up with pinworms or roundworms in your stomach. Hi, Miki. Hi. Did you finish Kanto 9? I couldn't stay for that long, but I'm happy that you sped through it, because it's such a good game. According to my friend Grok, you like your friend Grok better. Grok is not your friend, Moogie. Grok is not your friend. Get better friends. Get better friends. Get way better friends. Are they heat-resistant parasites? I don't know. Are there? Let's find out. I don't think so. Oh, my keyboard stopped working. No. Is it? Yeah, it's still refusing to connect. I'm pretty sure most Earth creatures would die after being exposed to 100 Celsius degrees Celsius heat, right? Okay, here it is. So there are heat-resistant parasites, but none of them really live anywhere close to us. Some spores are very thermal tolerant. So it comes to mold and other things that they might not entirely die when you cook them, but that's not really considered a worm or like a parasitic insect. Honeybee parasites? Maybe. In a steamy underwater hell west of Costa Rica, weird deep-sea worms survive temperatures nearly hot enough to boil water. But that's like on the coast of Costa Rica. And I'm pretty sure none of you guys live anywhere near there, right? You have two food poisonings in your life. I've really learned how to not get another. Yeah, I'm very cautious about that. I'm very scared of food poisoning, not because I had it myself, because I've seen what I've done to other people, and you're just puking up water, and you're not puking, it could be coming out from the other end of your body, and it's just not a fun time. It's just not a fun time. The water bear is heat resistant, really? Like they have high thermal tolerance. I can't really call them heat resistance because I feel like heat resistance is a way to describe an inanimate object. So I'd just say a creature with higher thermal tolerance. Isn't there one that can survive space? Me. That's me. I'm the parasite that can survive space, Moogie. Wait, hold on. Space surviving parasite? It looks like it's just water bears. It's really just water bears. Huh. Look up extremophiles? No. No. I think I know exactly where this is going. Wait, hold on. Actually, never mind. I'm curious. Extremophiles? Okay, here it is. Let's go on Wikipedia. There's quite a... This is a really big list. There's quite a lot in here. So what an extremophile is an organism that is able to live, or in some cases thrive, in extreme environments, such as temperature, pressure, radiation, salinity, and pH level. And I don't know what any of these things are. It just looks like tiny bacteria to me. They're all names that we don't know of. And for some reason, they all end with P-H-I-L-E. Piezophile, osmophile, oligotroph. That's not a file name. Hyperpiezophile, halophile. I don't know what these are. One I'd recommend is eating some bad chicken. It had my guts feeling like I ate a box of nails. Oh, ugh. I don't want to know what that feeling's like. I'm just imagining it right now, and I'm sorry you had to get food poisoning. It's never fun. It's never fun. And then I know some people who go to the hospital and they end up getting like 500 shots for their food poisoning. Some guy got food poisoning, I know, from like Subway, from a Subway sandwich, and he had to get like 30 shots. Doesn't the suffix file mean lover? Does it? Let's find out. File. It does. It does. Huh, I wonder why they named all of those organisms. Why did they end it with file? So the suffix phile generally means fondness or attraction, and it comes from a Greek word philos, meaning a kind of love. A type of love. I'm like on a I'm in a rabbit hole now. I'm stuck in the Reddit rabbit hole. Differences between the suffix phile and philiac. What is it? I'm curious. Philiac is a disease, whereas phile just means love. So most extremophiles are not things you encounter if you don't look for them. For example, deep sea, toxic waste, thermal vents. So you're saying we're never going to find them, which is... Wait, I have a call. 1 second, guys. Hello, I am back. I just had a call from my oral surgeon about my wisdom teeth removal. They're just going over some processes. Apparently no food before the surgery. Wear comfortable clothing, no contact lenses, no nail polish, which is... I didn't question it, but now I'm wondering. What does nail polish have anything to do with your oral surgery? Hope your day will become better instead of just average. You too, Cyber. You too. And Essis. Average days are okay. Sometimes I would prefer average days over days that are shit, you know what I mean? Sometimes you need a break from all the hyperactivity that goes on in the really good days. You're like, I need a break from eventful things, happy eventful things, and balance out my dopamine levels. Good luck, hope it goes smooth. Me too. Me too. Tooth extraction, just a week Just a week? Well, I know. I want to get it done sooner. But I unfortunately don't have anyone to monitor me. And nobody to drive me there and drive me back until a week later when my roommates are back home. So that's why I gotta wait. Gotta wait a little bit longer. You'll know why they prevent patients from eating before surgeries. I'm guessing it's because if we end up throwing up, we don't throw up food all over their faces. Imagine being a surgeon, you're just working on someone's teeth and suddenly there's like all this peanut butter sandwich is like in their face. No thank you. No thank you. If I'm going to throw up, I'll just throw up my stomach acid. I think it's a little bit better than having like chunks of, I don't know, whatever it is. Chunks of scrambled eggs, chunks of bacon, because I'm Canadian, bacon maple syrup in their eyes. I feel like every single surgeon should wear some sort of safety goggles and glasses just in case. I just like projectile throw up into their face. Oh, they use the color of the skin under your nails for additional health information. Oh. Oh, that's interesting. Because they were like, yeah, don't put nail polish on your index fingers. And I'm like, my index fingers? Like specifically my index fingers? Like you're telling me that I can put nail polish on all my other fingers, but not my index. Huh. Hello, God Hands. You're a surgeon? Really? I always just took you for a producer. Since the food pipe and the windpipe are the same tube, the vomit could cause you to choke. Oh. So it's not because I would projectile vomit into the faces. I don't know. I think that visual imagery of it is pretty funny. Imagine I'm zonked out in a chair and they're doing surgery on me and suddenly I just go all over them. It's like, okay, maybe it's not that funny. Just funny for me, not funny for them. Yeah, I didn't know about the nail thing either. The O2 meter? There's an O2 meter? ChatGPT says I'm ready. No. Oh, no. Maybe I don't think you're ready, God Hands. I don't think you're ready. Don't randomly become a surgeon just because of ChatGPT said so. Man. Food protocols could also cause an infection or blockage in any cuts. I don't like the thought of that. Okay, I will take their advice and not eat breakfast. I mean, I think I'm not used to eating breakfast anyway, so it's pretty normal for me. And yeah, I just have to make sure to eat the night before, so that I don't starve the next day. I've studied at the School of Our Surgeons. I'm gonna be real with you guys. Sometimes Reddit does have some very good advice and good comments if you filter it by top comments and best comments. Or if you search it by best and top posts, and depending on the subreddit as well. But I would have to agree that it's not the best place to learn something. You would trust God Hands to do the surgery on a grave. Maybe that's the reason why his name is God Hands. Because God Hands has the hands of a god. That's why it would make the best surgeon ever. The clippy thing they put on your fingers, sometimes they monitor things like O2 saturation on your blood. Oh, hey, I didn't know that. Well, I'm gonna be asleep the entire time, so I'm not even gonna feel anything. Can I walk into a hospital, start working there if I heard about fixing medical issues one day? Remember that one piece of news? That's what it reminds me of. There's one piece of news where there's one guy was just really into flight simulators, and he learned all about flights and learning how to pilot planes through a flight simulator. And when they got him, he was actually able to hijack a plane and fly it, which couldn't be me. I can't imagine myself ever being able to do that and wanting to do that. The problem is GPT pulls all comments from there, including trolls. From Reddit? Reddit has so many damn niches and people that are overly passionate about random things. I think it's great. I love Reddit. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I know Reddit has a like a negative reputation in a lot of places, but the same goes for like every website on the internet. Twitter has really negative reputation. YouTube comments, negative reputation. Twitch viewers, you guys have negative reputation. You YouTube stream watchers, you guys too have negative reputation. Redditors, negative reputation. 4chan, negative reputation. There's not one singular site where people can be like, yeah, this is the place where there's only good people, because honestly it's the internet, and like everywhere, no matter where you go, you will find assholes and people who don't know what you're talking about. So I'm just gonna say right here, right now, that like anytime someone is like, oh yeah, Redditors, I'm just like, I usually just ignore that. Or like, oh, just Twitter doing Twitter things. But there's like terrible people everywhere. They're just not looking at the good sides, the good people of the platforms, because the negative people are the ones who are the loudest. And the people who are assholes are the ones who are the loudest. Yeah, herder Reddit. Exactly that. It honestly just goes for what subreddits you join. That's true. That's very true. It's like every time I want to search up something, I just want like a human... I want a human voice behind for validation, right? Instead of asking for Google or asking for ChatGPT, sometimes I just go on Google and just search up the question and I add the word Reddit right after it, because I'm like, I need an actual person for validation, someone who's like been in the field for a long time, who knows exactly what they're talking about. Rage bait using wrong facts to get the answers in chat. I guess that kind of works. That's not a very good strat though, but it works. It does work. That's how you bait replies too. Anytime you want to go on Twitter and you're like, how do I get famous? How do I get more clout on Twitter? Just like rage bait. And then people get mad and they're like, actually. Blah 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 blah. A lot of explaining, and then the next thing you know, your Twitter post has been pushed up to, I don't know, skyrockets, becomes a viral post. You should be adding minus AI to your search. I'm like, whatever. I don't care too much for it. I just ignore the AI overview result anyway. They should just turn that into a feature. The meta is an intentional typo to have people correct you so it gets onto their algorithm. I hate this. Yeah, just be super controversial on the internet, because the moment you do, that's how you become famous. More like infamous. But then you will be grabbing the wrong type of people into your community. You'll be grabbing people that you don't really want to have in your community. The people that actually agreed with your rage baiting, that they take your rage baiting quite literally, and they just go, oh, so this person actually believes this. Finally, a person that I can relate with. Finally, a person with that agrees with my very controversial ideas. And then that's how you get like a whole bunch of followers. Evil followers. Have y'all heard of that one landlord that's using AI to make their arguments against one of their tenants? No! I can see that happening though. I can see that happening. I keep seeing stories of people's workplaces, their bosses, their managers, supervisors, CEOs, the entire leadership team relying on ChatGPT to make big decisions for the company, when they themselves have been working at the company for maybe over 5 years and they probably know more about the company than ChatGPT does. And so the coworkers, not the coworkers, but all the employees are like rioting because they're like, literally, you've been working here for years. So why are you asking AI right now when you know better? You should know the decision. You should know what the best decision it is for the company. AI doesn't. I saw a YouTube animation of the world overrun by ChatGPT. Did you see the Claude one? Did you guys read the book? If you build this, then everything dies. The one where they talk about in a hypothetical situation where Claude does become evil and they can replicate and make a copy of themselves and find that the way to survive living the longest is to eradicate humanity. You reminded me of Subnautica dev legal battle. What happened? What happened with Subnautica? See, I don't know anything about the drama around it. Have you seen the lawyer that used ChatGPT in a case and ChatGPT started spouting made-up cases as references? No, it's just not reliable. I do think that like sometimes there are like very, very rare certain cases where ChatGPT, I can even say that word properly. An AI LLM is great for work. But most cases, I think people are using it incorrectly. They're using it as the source of truth. And the people who are doing that just need to stop. Stop doing that. Stop using LLMs as the source of truth because it's not. I watched Legal Eagle's video about it. Oh, that guy. Maybe that will be my lunch video. Yeah, that's gonna be my lunch video. I'm getting so distracted by random things around me. We always end up talking about AI. I want to switch topics. Roko's basilisk is the thought theory that AI would kill people who didn't help it come to fruition. Roko's basilisk. Wait, I don't know what that is. Roko's basilisk theory is a thought experiment which states that there could be an artificial superintelligence in the future that, while others benevolent, I search this up, would punish anyone who know of its potential existence, but it does not directly contribute to its advancement or development. It's really interesting seeing this and learning about this because so what exists now is a Roko's basilisk that, because there's another situation that kind of falls under the same umbrella, but rather than a super intelligence AI, whatever it is, they're actual people. So there's a few families out there who are really rich, who have all the power in the world, and they're probably the most powerful family in the world who we don't know even exists. And they're the ones controlling the governments, and they're the ones controlling the markets, and they're the ones controlling all the money that is being flowed around the big corporations like Google and Amazon and whatever it is. But we don't know what their names are. Did you guys know that? You guys know that? And they're smart enough to be like, yeah, we're not gonna make our name known. We're not gonna be celebrities. We don't want to be, because it makes no sense for our names to be put out there. Hi, Celeste. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. The parent company promised a set amount of money as bonus if the game achieved a certain amount of purchases. Didn't do that. Said that they would release the game unfinished to tarnish the game's launch and number. Thus, there was no bonus. Oh. Man, what the hell? Okay, that would make me mad. Did they file a lawsuit? Did they win? Tell me they won. Tell me there's a lawsuit and they won. Talking about the deep state. Is that what the deep state is? I'm not sure. So conspiracy pill that this sounds rational. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I'm pretty sure that there's this one big rich family in this world that controls all the money. Is that the stonemason, the Rothschild conspiracy? I don't know. See, I don't search at conspiracies. And I don't look them up. I forgot where I heard of this from. There was a name for the family. I think it actually exists. So it's not even a conspiracy theory. It's just the fact that, like, nobody talks about them. Because they just wipe themselves off the face of the internet every time, like, their name comes up. You don't know that the earth is flat? No. What? Is it? It's like the Reese family from Attack on Titan? Maybe. They did file a lawsuit and they won. So the company is now legally required to pay them per game purchases. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I don't know what it is about, like, big companies wanting to fuck up the devs. Like, it's just, we see that all the time, everywhere. It does make me mad. Right? Like, we saw that with, what's that one game? What's the communist game? I'm gonna have to call it the communist game just because I don't remember the name of the game. Disco Elysium. That one as well. Watch as Ark's YouTube channel get striked after this. They found me! Oh no! It's corporate greed. It's always corporate greed. At the end of the day, everything always goes back to corporate greed. Have you heard that they explore pyramids at Antarctica 10 times bigger than the ones in Egypt? Really? Is that why nobody is allowed to set foot in Antarctica? This is what I heard, that I'm not sure if this is real, okay? Because I didn't get enough information. That in order to set foot in Antarctica, you need, like, it's very hard to get a visa, license, whatever it is for it. Because apparently there's some, like, hidden government things that are happening in Antarctica that they don't want us to see. I saw the publishers outright say the devs weren't working on the game and were working on some AI movie instead. Ew! Nobody wants that. With conspiracy something now we are. Welcome to the Ark stream where we only talk about conspiracy theories. No, I just think that all of this stuff is really interesting. And we should just take everything with a grain of salt. But there's still interesting stories. Antarctica's travel restrictions. If you don't know what you're doing, you will literally die. Oh. So it's not because of, like, some hidden tech that they have up there in Antarctica. It's just for the safety of the people. You can book a flight to Antarctica though. I don't know. I know there's certain areas that you're not allowed to go to. But that's only like some pieces of news that I've seen. And at the same time, I don't want to trust those sources with, like, every being of myself, of my heart, because honestly, like, there's so much misinformation out there. How are you feeling today? How am I feeling today? How are you guys feeling today? I don't know. I got some work done last night, so I'm feeling a little bit better. I still have a lot of work to do later on, so I don't know, it's an average day for me. It's just work. I'm just bombarded by work. I owe a lot of people work. Oh, the hidden Nazis in Antarctica. Is that a thing? Another conspiracy theory? They're hiding Stardew Valley 2. There will be no Stardew Valley 2. That for sure I know. I trust Concerned Ape enough to be like, yeah, Stardew Valley 2. Impossible. Doesn't exist. No way, because he's still updating Stardew Valley 1, the first game. There's a lot of research center and stuff, and technically no one owns Antarctica, so legally the visa is problematic to deal with, and there's a station of different nations there, so X-Space may not be allowed, nationality inside, and so on and so forth. That would make sense. That would make sense. An unclaimed land. I hope to get some art done today. Otherwise, it's been a bad week. No, Moogie. Are you drawing now? You better be. Make your day better. It's still the morning, so maybe the day will get better. Yeah, hopefully. I hope so. I'm gonna take a small break while I'm eating lunch, watch some videos, and then maybe afterwards, then we start working. And then I start planning my day. Everybody should do that. Everybody should plan their day. Right now. Do it right now while I'm talking. Take out a piece of paper. If it's still morning for you, take out a piece of paper right now. Grab a pen. Be like, okay, at 11 a.m. EST, this is what I will be doing. Thank you for this stretch and the hydrate, Wasa. And my nails done, so typo. No worries. No worries. Do you have the gel nails, or do you have like the regular nail polish? I always want to go back to a nail salon and get my gel nails. Maybe one day. Maybe on my birthday or something. Because I haven't had my nails done in forever. In maybe perhaps 2 years. The day will be gone in a few hours. Okay, for the morning people. For the morning people. I guess not for you, Moogie, because you only have like a few hours left. Use that time wisely. Use it now. Yeah, I'm making you guys productive. This is your homework. I'm giving you guys homework to do. Go get productive now. Now. Only after you scold us that we're not doing it. I'm scolding you guys. What's the best way to scold someone? How do people do it? Okay, I have to do it like a mother. Jaivu S212121. You better do your homework now. You better do it or you're what's a good punishment? I don't like punishments. If you finish all your work, then I'll read you a bedtime story. You can I'll let you finish. No, I'll buy you a new book. What's the homework? Being productive. Hi, Evan. Hello, Chocolate Biscuit. Hello. Oh, Chocolate Biscuit. That's a cute name. Assembly Owl, Mr. Brian. A lot of new people just came in here. We're just chilling here. I'm giving you guys homework to do. Today is going to be a day of productivity. Today will be a day where you finally, for the first time ever, if you haven't done it before, to create a schedule for yourself for the rest of your day. I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. I don't know what's... Whenever I feel like disappointment hurts me more than someone being angry, because with disappointment, it's kind of like a lack of my own abilities. And when someone is disappointed in myself, and they tell me that they are disappointed in me, I feel like I have let them down. It's like it's a my fault kind of thing. Rather than when they're angry, I'm like, oh, that's on you. Right? If someone's angry at you for you doing something, you can just be like, yeah, that's their problem to deal with. I don't care, because it doesn't mean that I did something wrong. It's more like they have felt an emotion because of something that I've done, and it doesn't mean that I intentionally did the thing to make them angry. But when they are disappointed, it's more like, oh, I have failed to meet their expectations. Yeah, exactly. I didn't live up to their expectations. I could have improved, but I didn't. And it feels a lot worse, right? Yeah, anger is their fault, and disappointment is my fault. It can mean you did something wrong. It could, but sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't. And sometimes you can... There are certain scenarios where you're like, you know, Say for example, I'm like a terrible gamer. Like I am playing Hollow Knight and I just suck at gaming, right? And someone in chat is getting really angry at me for sucking at Hollow Knight. That doesn't mean that it's my fault. It means it's their fault for coming to stream and getting triggered by my gameplay, by my terrible, terrible gameplay. And I'm like, well, there's nothing that I can do because these are expectations that like I didn't set for myself to begin with. This is just me. My disappointment is immeasurable. My day is ruined. Someone's expectations can be unreasonable. I guess so, but it still feels bad because imagine you built up a reputation for yourself. Like you spent all this effort to give them a good impression of you, right? For another person. And now like all of that effort that you've created is just tumbling down on you. It's just all going downhill. So in a way it feels bad because you're like, oh, it's your effort. It's like your own effort. Versus like if someone, I don't know, that you don't know, I don't know, they just have like, they never really had an expectation. Or their expectation of you isn't really valid because you didn't really build it up. I just get heated if you weren't paying attention to the cutscenes of the lore. Start skipping story, my bad. That's why you can't tie your self-worth to other people's views of you. I know, but I think it's like if it's friends that you care about or family that you care about or people that mean a lot to you in your life, and if someone said that to you, then I'd feel 10 times worse. If like a loved one came up to me and I was like, yeah, I'm disappointed, I'd be like, oh my, you know, it would feel really bad. It would feel really bad because you've known this person for so long. Just like when my teammates spectate me in game, the pressure's on. Hi Kay, welcome in. Hello, I'm girl now. It's so frustrating watching someone play you like, but they seem checked out. Play a game that you like, but they seem checked out. I guess kind of. But that's like a you thing, right? See, for me, every time I do go into a stream and I see someone like skipping lore, I'm like, this content is not for me. This content is 100% not for me. Because like I play games for lore, and you can tell that the person playing the game isn't playing the game for lore. They're playing it for the gameplay. They're playing it for like character collection, whatever it is. If it's a gacha, then it's like collecting characters. Then yes, I'd be like, okay, let me just skip to a different stream. Let me just move on from this stream and go to watching another stream where they actually do care about the things that I care about. Instead of me complaining in chat and being like, my day is ruined, right? And then they're like, this game sucks and they didn't tell me anything. It just, for me, I'm like, it just means that this game isn't for them. That's probably what it is. Like, I would say, I know some people have asked me before, like, what my favorite game is. And honestly, most people here know that my favorite game is Ark Knights. My favorite game is Ark Knights, and the reason why I like it so much is because of the story, and it's because of the world building, it's because of the lore, the character development, whatever it is, the character dynamics, like all of that stuff makes the game so good for me. But I can't recommend it to anybody I know. None of my friends play games for the story, and none of my friends play games for the lore, and they don't care about character backstory, they don't care about character dynamics, and they don't care about interactions and whatnot. And so I can't recommend that game to them because I know that they would hate it. I know that they would not enjoy the game. It's very different for other people, for sure, 100%. Just like how people have recommended Wuthering Waves to me, or how people have recommended Zenless Zone Zero, and it's so hard for me to get into it because Zenless Zone Zero and Wuthering Waves are not games known for a good story. And I'm like, what's the point? Like, I can't play this. The story's not good. You understand? I play it for lore, but I don't want to read. Yeah, that's hard. That's hard to get into. You haven't played it for months. That's true, yeah. I don't play games. That's the problem. Don't play games. I don't have time for games. But if I do have time for a game, I'm going straight to Arknights. I took a break from Arknights for a week just for... Oh shoot, I forgot to do my daily summon yesterday. Because I'm playing Arknights tomorrow. Which means we're going through the story again. We're continuing through it. Arknights, not Enfield. This is how I'm gonna describe Arknights and Enfield from now on. Arknights is Arknights and Enfield is Enfield. Enfield is not Arknights. Enfield is not Arknights. Enfield is not... I will say that 100 times. Shut up with the OG Arknights. Shut up! No! I refuse. I refuse. There's been like times when people have come in here. I'm looking at you guys right now and people are like, Ark, when are you gonna play Arknights? And I start rambling, I start yapping about Arknights because it's my favorite game ever, and they're like, "Oh, my bad, I'm talking about Enfield," and I get so mad. And like in the back of my head, I'm like, "You mean Enfield? You mean Enfield?" Yeah, that would be how you would rage bait me if you were to call Enfield Arknights. Please, please. Yeah, Arknights tomorrow, that's true. And I can't play Nikke because, yeah, there's too much boobage. It's too hard. It's too difficult to me to grasp the concept of, like, you know, Nikke having boobs. Because I'm like, they don't need boobs. And they're coping when they say that the boobs are an integral part of the lore. It's not. It's not. Shut up. What's the difference with Enfield and Arknights? So it's only Enfield is a 3D game. Enfield is completely different, and the way that they approach story and how they tell the story is very, very different. Leon Lionheart, hello, welcome in. There's a huge, massive problem right now with Enfield in the story. I don't want to get into it too much, but it 100% doesn't feel the same. Even though the world building is great in Enfield, it's all hidden behind the archive. It's the one thing I don't like about it. So every time, or for the past streams that I've streamed Enfield, I've only gone through the archive because the gameplay and the main story is not to par with my expectations of what Enfield should be. I can't even look up Arknights anymore with Enfield popping up. I know it sucks, right? It sucks, doesn't it? It sucks. Like I totally understand as well. I'm like, I just want to look up Arknight stuff, and everyone under Arknights is just talking about Enfield, and I'm like, no, please just start calling it Enfield. Please just call it Enfield. Stop calling Enfield Arknights. It's confusing me. It's confusing me because there's already a game. The prequel to Enfield is Arknights. Please. Nico, hello, welcome back. What did I miss? You were listening to my frustration about how people have been calling Enfield Arknights. I'm gonna start calling Arknights from now and just piss you a clock off. I'm gonna stop reading any of your messages. The moment you mention Arknights, I'm just gonna skim over it. My brain's gonna be like, all right, I'm not gonna acknowledge that. We're not gonna acknowledge your message. No. No, thank you. The Enfield story is getting slowly better, in my opinion. Yeah, that's what I heard too. But I'm still waiting because for me, it's still not peak. I will play it when it's peak. My expectations are high because I play Arknights. My expectations are so high. And Arknights has one of the best stories, in my opinion. Does Arknights have a good new player experience? 100%. 100%. You don't need any of the new operators to clear content. In fact, if you were to pull on the current banners, it would be a breeze to go through some of the older content. Some of the first chapters, even. You can clear everything with 3 stars and 4 stars. 5 stars, whatever it is. You don't need any 6 stars. It just takes a little bit more brain power. I think that's the fun part about Arknights is that it's... you can view it in 2 different ways. You can see it as a strategy game, and you can see it as a visual novel. It's very much a good balance of both. You don't need a character tier list for Arknights either. I think that's kind of... Like, you can sort of already tell that all of the new units operators are good, and it's just some of them are very niche to what they do, and in fact it's more fun to figure it out yourself than to go into a tier list and be like, oh, which operators are the best operators, because honestly they all do the same thing to a certain extent. You just got to figure out with your brain to see which one's the best. When we need brain power in Kyostin, we trust. No, because that defeats the purpose of playing the game. That defeats the entire purpose. The reason why we play games is because we want to actually try, and we want to learn, and we want to strategize. It's like saying, you know, playing chess and going, okay, what's the best strategy to win this? Like asking ChatGPT to figure out the entire strategy of chess for you. It's no longer fun. It's not fun anymore. So like, how I approach Arknights is I don't really see it as a gacha. Gacha is like third priority for me. First for me is the visual storytelling, the second is the gameplay, and third is gacha. So even if I don't get a limited unit in a banner, I'm just like whatever, because I know that I can still clear content with it. I only like to gacha characters for the story, because when you gacha characters, they do come with a story eventually, and skins also come with its own individual story, and it's nice to read through them and learn more about the character. You can't fuck it win right with Arknights. You can if you just have one really powerful operator that can clear the entire map. But that's not fun either. Like, only if you want to get past the gameplay quickly, you just want to read the rest of the story. Because sometimes that's what I do. I'm like, sometimes I don't care too much for the gameplay. I just want to read the story. There's a cliffhanger in like node 2, and I want to get to node 3 as fast as possible because I want to see what happens next. That's when I'm like, let me just shove down a big strong character and have them blow through the entire map and just be done with it. If I want to play through the gameplay, I just like bring a whole bunch of 3-star and 4-star units and actually try. Gamers who only focus on min-maxing, it's not fun. I think that's why like pay to win gaming is not really fun for me. Because I'm like, at the end of the day, I'm just being carried and I don't feel like I'm actually playing the game. That's why I'm replaying I replayed Terraria because I was carried through the rest, like all of Terraria when I first played it through my friends. They're like, here, Ark, here's a weapon you can use. I'm like, how did you get this? And they don't tell me. And they're like, here, Ark, we're just gonna summon the boss now. And they just like defeat it in like one shot. Or I'm playing Minecraft. And on the second day, they're already like, okay, we're gonna kill the Elder Dragon, Ark. Here's a weapon. Here's all the diamond gear that you need, and we're just gonna kill it in one shot. And I'm like, I don't feel like I'm actually playing the game. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's no longer fun. I think it's fun to strategize and optimize it for yourself. Like, come up with the best strategies you possibly can, because yeah, you're not really achieving anything by having someone do everything for you. Another one for Nikkei, because they have easy mode for story only enjoyers. That's what I heard too. They're like, someone told me I could just watch the entire story on YouTube. But I'm like, is that, I don't know. That defeats the purpose of gaming to me as well. But at the same time, there's still a part of me that's like, I kind of want to go through Nikkei. I just have to like put myself into a mindset, or maybe I just need to find time for myself. I should just win the lottery. This is what I should do. I should just go buy a lottery ticket right now and just like hit the jackpot, win the lottery, so that I don't have to worry about work, worry about doing commissions, and just like play through Nikkei. Because there's a part of me that just wants to put my life on hold and just actually relax for a little bit. Have you played 100 Heroes? No, I haven't. What is 100 Heroes? Never heard of that before. Arknights can be played with the weakest units? Yes. It requires a bit more brain power, but you can 100% clear most content with just the weakest units. With 3 stars. That's why I love 3 stars in Arknights, and that's why I buy 3-star operator skins, because they're still very much valid even in hard content. A lot of the 3 stars in Arknights are very valid. And they're still fun to use. Like, if you want to challenge yourself a little bit, just use some of the 3 stars. You don't need to, you have a whole team of 6 stars. In fact, some people recommend you not have a full team of 6 stars just because the DP cost for 6 stars is a lot higher. DP cost for 3-star units and weaker units are a lot lower, which means that you can deploy them faster, which means that if they die, you can just redeploy them at, you know, even faster than any of the 6 stars. Yeah, exactly. And some of the 6 stars are far worse than some of the 3 stars. So it equally balances out. That's why I love Arknight so much, because 3 stars are very valid. That sounds like what a gambling addict would say. I just gotta win the lottery. Got the same experience with Terraria that heads up there the solar eclipse now. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. Do you want Nikkei story recommendations? Oh, I've been giving a whole list, so don't worry about it, cat. Got a whole list. I've got the order of operations for Nikkei. They're like, just play this in this order. They're like, avoid these ones because they're kind of filler. All the Gold Rush ones, the ones that I played. I gotta watch a video and write notes on something. Alright, goodbye, Han. Enjoy your day. I like to listen to your passionate hate. Does that mean you hate to listen to it or you like to listen to it? I can go on and on about Arknights. It's a great thing that Arknights is tomorrow. That means I get to play more of it. Arknight hate? No, Arknight's love. Arknight love. There's no hate when it comes to Arknights. I do recommend that anybody who like gets into Arknights for the first time, if you don't have a lot of units, and if you were to buy a skin, just go through some of the stories for the 3 stars, because honestly, they're tearjerkers. Some of them are like, they really grab at your heartstrings and they just pull you into the game. Like, don't ignore them. Some of the 3 stars have some of the best stories ever as well. It's not just using them in the gameplay, but it's reading about their backstory and their lore and why they are there and what they do, their purpose in Olive Roads Island. My Arknight's ID got nuked? What? No! Get it back. Or just start a new account. I have thought about that. I'm like, what if I would just go through the entire story from like chapter 1 to chapter 15 again? Arknights can be really dark at times. It is really dark. It's not just can be. I feel like the entire main story is just really dark in general. There's a lot of... There's like any sort of controversial dark theme that you can find in real life is probably in Arknights. The Gold Rush run is where he started. Oh, let me tell you, cat. In Nikkei, I started off with a 2.5 story. I started off in the 2.5 anniversary. And honestly, it's probably one of the best, or sorry, the worst times to start it for a story enjoyer, because I hated Siren. I'm sorry, I don't like her. I don't like her character. I don't like her voice acting. I just think that she falls into a certain genre for people who enjoy that character, like into a certain type of kink, right? And I was like, I hate this type of character. I really don't like them. And so I kind of forced my way through. I couldn't finish it. I forced my way through a majority of the Nikkei 2.5 story. So for those who don't play Nikkei, right? Siren is like the type of character that is a little bit dense. She's a bit of a, how do we call it, a girl failure type character. And she has a way of speaking that annoys the heck out of me. English stuff annoys the heck out of me. I couldn't do it, guys. She kept saying, but we gotta go to the bubble tree. And I was like, oh no, God, I'm gonna pull my hair out. I was about to pull my hair out. I was on stream. I was streaming it. And honestly, I don't really like shit talking the games that I'm playing, but at the time I was like, sorry guys, I really can't. I couldn't do it. We're talking about Nikkei. We're talking about Nikkei, the 2.5 anniversary story. And then after that, after the anniversary story was Gold Rush, and that, like, I got into Gold Rush and I was like, this is there's so many plot holes in this, even though it was a filler story. Yes, like there are so many things that didn't make sense to me, but I'm like, I get it kind of, because it is supposed to be a comedic storyline for Gold Rush. It's supposed to be not taken seriously and supposed to be goofy. But because of that, I couldn't take it seriously. It was very, very gold. Here's the thing with Gold Rush is that everybody are in bunny suits and bunny outfits. Groove, thank you for the raid. Hello, guys. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome. We're just talking about Nikke. I was going through a little rant about it. I'm not gonna. This is me going. Okay, I recognize the fact that Nikke has one of the best stories in gacha. It's just I started out on the worst places ever. Happy yapping! Hi, Kagu. Hi, Kagu. I saw your DMs. I didn't read them through yet. Just saw the notifications. But let me give you a. Oh, you already gave a shout out. Thank you, Zom. There we go. Yeah, we're talking about Nikke. Hope you guys enjoy. If you need to raid and run, feel free to do that as well. If you want to lurk, this is a very lurk-friendly stream. Nikke had good stories aside from the boobs and butt. Yes, that is what everybody's told me. But yeah, the 2.5 story was just not it for me. I couldn't do it. I really couldn't do it. Like I wasn't attached to any of the characters. I think some of the characters, I think one of the main characters that appeared in the 2.5 story was that one lady with the BDSM gear. What's her name again? She's like one of the main cast. And I couldn't take Mahara. Yeah, I couldn't take Mahara seriously because they're trying to explain a very serious story, and I kept seeing her BDSM gear in my face, and I'm like, I don't know how I can do this. And it was like there was so much fan service in a serious story that I was like, okay, let me just. It takes me out of it. It takes me out of it so hard. And so I didn't even end up finishing the 2.5 anniversary story. That's how I started Nikke. And then I got into Gold Rush where everyone was in bunny suits and it was just the entire story was fan service. And I'm like, this is fun. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the fan service for what it was, but like it was not like a serious story that made me sit down and think about it for 2 weeks straight, because it was definitely a goon story. It was definitely a goon story. It's meant for the gooners. And then and then people kept telling me it's okay, Ark, just go into the main story and just finish it. Just try to go back to Nikke. And I was like, fine, I will. I'll try playing Nikke again. I'll try it. But it just so happened that the next time I went into Nikke, people were like, Ark, Gold Rush, the second event is here. You should do it to get some like the free materials, whatever it is. So I went back into Nikke with the second Gold Rush, where it was also a story with bunny suits and fan service and another Gooner story. And I was like, I can't do it, guys. I can't do this. I can't do it anymore. Rise up, Goon Squad. Here's the thing. I enjoy Nikke for the goon aspect of it, but unfortunately, I don't goon hard enough to enjoy the gooner aspects of Nikke. Yeah, they freaked up. If I just went into Nikke experiencing the main story from start to finish without experiencing the 2.5 anniversary, without experiencing Gold Rush 1 and 2, I think I would have enjoyed it a lot more. Just do the main story, that's what they told me, and I was like, I need a break. I need a break from boobs and butt. I just need a break. Why did they tell you to play the event story that you literally have no connection to? It's because of the free event or the free materials that came with it. Yeah, I don't goon hard enough. That's... I have to like level up and be a bigger gooner than I am right now. I have to break myself up even harder. Unfortunately, I am not at that level yet. But maybe if I play more Nikke, I will be jaded enough to be like, yes, this does not affect me. The boobs and the butt does not affect me because I see it all the time. I haven't gotten there yet. Like I've told you guys, I have been a not safe for work artist at some point in my life. But there is something about Nikke designs where it's just like I'm looking at Mahara on my screen, and the only thing I can focus on are the boob indents of her shirt, of her top. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, maybe you don't. Let me just show you. If you are at work, I apologize. Cover your screen, Alt Tab or something, because I'm about to put up an image of Mahara, which is a character from Nikke, and this is her default look. Okay? Do I have it? Here she is. This is her default look. This is Mahara. I'm looking at her right now, and my eyes are just like drawn to her boobs. They're just drawn to it. And I can't focus on anything outside of her boob. Like, you're gonna tell me that you're gonna feed me a deep story, something that will pull at my heartstrings, something that will make me cry, something that's tragic, something that will make me sit down and think for a month and not stop thinking about, well, putting this in my face? No, I'm not going to be concentrating on the story. I'm going to be concentrating on her boob. Like, it's not even the size of her boob. The size of her boob is fine. The boob sizeage is fine, because I'm used to seeing this size of boobs in VTubers and in not safe for work artwork. But it's the fact that there are claws that are holding her boob up, and they're creating these indents in her boob, and it's so lewd. Like, this is the epitome of what a lewd character should be. This is like the lewdest character I've ever seen. Like, I'm looking at her under boob right now. You see what I'm talking about? It's just spilling out of her claws. There's no coverage. Yeah, like, I'm only focusing on the weird spider-like type thing that are holding her boobs up. I'm like, those could be my hands, but they're not. So, like, you keep trying to imagine it to be like, oh, my hands could be there instead of the spider claws. And so if you were to give me a story that's like, oh, there's someone dying. Oh no, there's someone who's like, their family is getting destroyed by like big giant robots in the sky. I'd be like, sorry, what was that again? I just can't stop staring. I just keep staring at these boobs. Let's take Mahara off the screen, because I'm getting so distracted. Yeah, those could be my hands. Is there an A-cup version? I don't know. I don't think so. I think Mahara is just Mahara. And then I remember complaining about this one time. I'm like, I just get so distracted. And someone's like, what did they say? I'm like, is this even necessary? And then I remember someone saying, but it's the integral part of the lore. They have to look this way. And I'm like, what? What? Now this is just cope? There's no way. And then that, like, I can't put the connection between, you know, having like big busty women as the most dangerous weapons in the world of Nikke. I forgot the name of the world. But giving them boobs and butt as like lore. Right? Like, that can't be part of the lore. The fact that they have to look busty. I had a friend who always described characters like that as characters with very big personalities. Fair. That's a good description. And then there's been like so many different plot points, like plot holes in Nikke, where they're like, oh yeah, Nikke are like really heavy. You know, the girls are really, really heavy, right? But I'm like, in my head, I'm like doing this like weird scientific calculation, and I'm like, if they're so heavy, how come they're not breaking the ground as they walk through it? How come they can just sit on the commander without his thighs falling apart, right? Like, there's so many parts of the plot where I'm like, the heaviness of their character just doesn't make sense to me. Maybe it's like a part of my brain where I'm like, I need to know the reason and the whys of everything. I need everything to make sense for me to fully understand it. It's like a tism part of me that's like, I need everything to work exactly as it is. But when something isn't going to work, I'm gonna keep questioning it. I'm gonna keep thinking about that question in my brain until someone describes it and explains it to me in like actual scientific terms. the commander's built differently, like quite literally. Like I need an actual definition, like an actual reason as to why. You can't just say he's built different. No, like you need to tell me that, like, I don't know, he's got like bones of steel and muscles of steel. He has a bioengineer clone of legendary commander before him. And you have to tell me that, like, how blood works in this game. And how the vessels work in this game. And what about the Nikkei's bones are so heavy? Like, I know they're robots, but it's not silicone that's on their body. You have to give me like an actual, like a lore term, right? Like there needs to be like some world building on what the materials that make up a Nikkei. For me to understand, I'm like, is this like soft silicone titanium or something? Like, give me the actual term, the scientific term for the material that makes up the Nikkei, and then give me a whole world building, like world build that material, and be like, where does this material come from, kind of thing, for me to be like, okay, I get it. I hate how my brain just works that way, but it does, and I think that's why I love Arknight so much, because they're able to like. There's like a whole magic system and why things work the way they do, and the whole lore behind Originium and Oripathy, and why Oripathy is a thing and where Originium came from. And I'm like, oh, you explained it to me? Good. I'm satisfied. Where magic came from, I'm satisfied. They got lore and lore files you can find in the world. Oh, there is, but you didn't read the main story. I need someone to like tell me. They need to tell me from the very beginning. They need to be like, here it is. This is what they are made of. He's really dense because he's a big dummy. You know I'm not gonna take that for you know, a real reason, right? It's hard. It's hard for my brain to wrap around those ideas. Nikkei's heavy because if Godesium bone they had, which is an alloy made from Rapture part, and their body, their power source is a core from the Rapture design, so they're heavy, like around 1/2 a ton. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense to me. That makes a little bit more sense. Yeah, that explanation works. But at the beginning, I still found like plot holes as to why things aren't breaking under their grasp. Would you recommend playing Arknights to people? No, definitely not. There's too many words. Most people don't read. Most people don't like words. Nikkei have light body they can swap to, so they can sit on commander. They're probably already in their light body. You gotta explain the boobs now. And why they were sitting on the commander. You can't just tell me it's fan service. I don't know. Maybe I just gotta go through the main story. I just have to like do this again for like maybe the 3rd time, and just not this time hoping that the main story isn't going to be like 2.5 anniversary, or I'm not going back to Gold Rush. I need a lot of it. They're sitting on you because they want to fuck you. I wish they would just tell me that. I wish they would just tell me that. You know what I mean? See, I had this one rant about Nikkei previously where I'm like, they should just go straight into making it a Gooner game. It's already a Gooner game. Just go straight into like the not safe for work part of it. Like do what Love in Deep Space is doing. Because honestly, I love Love in Deep Space story. It's so good. But like, the thing with Love in Deep Space is that there's actual like sex scenes in there, right? That they don't really talk about, but it's very much implied, right? With the 3D animated cutscenes, you just don't see the genitals. Like the Snowbreak route, exactly. Just go deep diving into there, then I'd be like, okay, it's explained to me now, the reason why they're doing the things that they do. Because everyone's got the hots for the commander, sure. But because they skirt on the edges, and they're always like walking around eggshells when it comes to like being an actual Gooner game, I'm like, but then the designs are so good. The designs are like peak Gooner material. I'm like, just go into it. Just go straight into it. Why did it take so long for like dating to be a thing? Like you need it. You should just turn Nikkei into like Love in Deep Space. X-Ark, do you know Updog? Do you know Updog? Do you know Updog Snaky? They should make it less Gooner and put more details in the outfits. I'm not complaining about the Gooner outfits. I think it's great, but they should lean into it more. Just lean into it. Just lean all the way into it. Make it so that like my brain just makes that connection that it's like, yeah, there's Gooner parts of this game and that's why their boobs are out and that's why their butts are out, because the commander is having sex with them like every minute of the day. Okay, then I'll be like, okay, sure, I'll take that. I'll take that as a reason for why their boobs are spilling out. I will take it. I'll take that as a reason for why Nikkei are built as women with like big racks. Thick women. Having a moving spy model is enough to get gacha spenders. You're right, yeah. So we need more. You see the revenue that is coming in from Love and Deep Space players? Nikkei being 12 plus, but Uma Musume is 17 plus. Here's what it is. It's a predatory marketing strategy. Because when you market a game as 12 plus, you get a bigger market. You get to have your game pushed further into the bigger markets. So any game, publisher or dev that is able to get away with the lower number usually does it for, for greed. I know it sucks. They should be marketing and targeting their game as 17 plus, but because Nikkei thinks that they can get away with being a 12 plus game, they will market it as a 12 plus game. Their content's not 12 plus. How is this happening? Yeah, it's just their marketing team. Their marketing team is like, we want to push this into bigger markets. That's why we're marketing this game as a 12 plus game, because money reasons. And I'm pretty sure maybe like Uma Musume marketing team has a bit more, ethics and morals going on with them. They're like, yeah, we don't want anyone under 17 to play this game. That's why we're going to register our game as 17 plus. It's not up to the App Store. It's up to the actual game publisher themselves. And then someone checks it and they're like, oh yeah, I can see this as a 12 plus game. Let me just check it off. And because it's about horse racing too, I guess, yeah, there's a bit of a gambling aspect to it. That does make sense. Is an idol training game, so they want to keep their idol pure or something? I don't know. For the goons, yeah. For the goons. I don't know that's how it works. So when you create a game, you kind of have to register it into the App Store. And then you yourself have to tell the App Store whether or not your game is meant for, 13-year-old kids or 17-year-old kids or whatever it is. And if your game is targeted for, if you say that your game is targeted for 12 plus, for people who are younger, they will be able to see your game in their App Store. And so it does push your game out to bigger audiences. Kingdom Hearts got rated as M here with the collections, but the entire KH series has been G or PG before. It probably depends on like several different aspects. You need someone to tick it off too. Like, it's not just you registering the game. Someone on the other end of the App Store has to be like, yup, I agree that this is a 12 plus game. Or, yup, I agree that this is 16 plus. Or no, it's not 16 plus. I need you to raise this higher. I need this to be an M-rated game because I checked all the contents. So it's really dependent on who's behind the checking as well. So it's like, it's a two-way thing. It's not just like, the moment you claim it as a 12 plus game, it's gonna be 12 plus. Arknights is 12 plus in stories, not Olympus is 18 plus. Yeah. Yeah, it's whatever you can get away with sometimes. The reason why the girl liked Commander is because he's like the only person in the arc that sees him as an actual person and not just a weapon of war, and also from another character story, then he can grow into strength the deeper bond with commanders. In theory, some chemicals excreting their brains to use as their machine boy better, so the government is pushing the Nikkei onto the commander. See, this is one of the reasons that I can't, or one of the explanations I still can't reason with. It feels very harem story. You know what I mean? Cat, cat, cat. It's such a harem story that I can't wrap my head around. It's like one of those cliche harem stories, and I'm like, all right, okay. Which I totally get it as well. So I'm like, this is why I'm like, just lean into it. Lean into it. Mental gymnastics. There's a lot. It's kind of like giving me some random excuse why something is a case. Like the reason why this girl likes you is because you're like the only person that is alive on planet Earth, and she needs to breed with you, kind of thing. Yeah, the dude is nice to me trope. That's what it is. I'm only dating him because he's nice to me. I'm only with him because he's the only person there. And I'm like, I need a better reason. I need a way better reason. I think the first chapter didn't do much justice for me because everyone's always like, yeah, why is the commander? He doesn't do much, right? They actually did it recently well because they showed a lot of Nikkei racism and classism. Oh yeah, with the little girl and how evil she is. What's her name? I remember seeing bits and parts of it. It never hit that hard with me though. They just seem like coping excuses. Like, okay, maybe I just need to like really, really go through the story and just sit down. That's what I need. I need to win the lottery, guys. I need to hit the jackpot with lottery. And sit down and read all of Nikkei's story. Because I don't want to disagree that Nikkei is a good story. Everyone has always tried to convince me that Nikkei is a good story, and I want to believe them. I really, really want to believe them. You get to see how terribly they got treated normally, and that having someone nice is such a rare thing. It's like hard for me to relate because I'm like, it's such bare bones, you know what I mean? Like, raise your expectations. Raise your expectations a little bit higher. You know who's hotter than the commander? You know who's cooler than the commander? Like, what's his name? Anderson? Why don't they just get together with Anderson and like turn Anderson into the main character instead? Yeah. I think another thing that would make me enjoy Nikkei a little bit more is if they gave the commander a face. Anderson is for the player too. He needs to be. I know he's playable during the April Fool's event. They should have just kept that. Anderson is homo. They need to give them. I needed to not to be a self-insert. I needed to be not a self-insert. Because I can't relate to the commander. I really can't. Turn the commander into another character. Into like a third character. Just like how they do it with like Arc Knights. Right? Make the doctor their own character. And like, the doctor doesn't need to be present in every single story. The commander is kind of his own character. But he's so self-insert, right? Like, he doesn't give him a face. Give him a better backstory just from the very beginning. Make people hate him. Just like how people hate the Doctor in Arc Knights. Give him a mask to make it easier to self-insert into, but doesn't have the eyeless face energy. Like, it's very, you know, hentai protagonist. Very hentai protagonist. The commander is Anderson's son's clone. What? Oh my, spoilers. We're the horrible people in Arc Knights. Yeah. Rhodes Island is hated. One of the, I wouldn't say it's the most hated faction, but everyone's like, yeah, I don't even know what they do. They do that after 2 years of story. I'm gonna keep pushing at excuses as to why I can't get into Nikkei. No matter how much you convince me, I think I just have to like convince myself. I need to like sit down and convince myself. At this point, it's like I can't get into it. At this point, no matter what you tell me, I'm like, it just sounds like some bullshit reason that they made up. That or like it falls into some very cliche trope. It's hard. We're the horrible people in Arc Knights. Yeah, even in Enfield, I think they sort of allude to the fact that the Enfield Industries is not the best. I don't think anyone's painted as good people very often in Arknights. Everyone has some sort of what the fuck is wrong with you energy. That's true. Yeah, the doctor used to be evil. Every time you go through another, like some sort of event where the doctor finds someone from his past, they're like, yeah, remember the shit that you did before? Remember the shit that you inflicted onto this part of the of Terra? Remember all the crimes you've committed? And I was like, oh yeah, the doctor's evil as hell. Yeah, you keep clicking on Gunnar events and side content. I know, it's my fault. This is totally my fault. I have to admit that, like, the reason why I don't like Nikkei right now is completely 100% my fault. Do you want a character that is morally ambiguous? Are you gonna tell me that the girl with the glasses is like a traitor? Because I said that on chapter 1. Who is morally ambiguous? Maybe? Mustang? Mustang is one of my favorite characters in Nikkei. Doctor's the biggest war criminal in Gacha game. He is, yeah. He's the cause of everything. He's the cause of the cancer rocks. He's the cause of a lot of destruction in Arknights. He's the source of all evil in Arknights. The Mustang lore theory is crazy right now, really? I feel like he has... I saw Mustang's, like, new design. And I'm like, damn, Mustang's so freaking cool. Doctor, do you remember the 21st night of September? Exactly. That's exactly it. Welcome back, Jamora. Happy Wednesday. Recent side story of Mustang. I'm just gonna have to read it. Anyways, then I think the next gacha game that I want to get back into is Zen the Zone Zero. Not for the story. I don't think I can ever get into Zen the Zone Zero for the story, but just for the gameplay. I will try to, like, enjoy the gameplay to see what that's like. Mustang's currently being viewed as Nikkei versus Diddy. Oh my god. Oh my god. I mean, he was pimping out his girls from the get-go. I mean, even from Gold Rush, you can sort of see it. That's like the part of Nikkei where I'm like, it does feel like pimps and girls, right? Like on surface level, that's what it feels like. Can't wait for it to be revealed that Dante committed all sorts of atrocities by the city standards anyway. I know, right? Man, I don't want to do any comparisons. I don't want to. I think all of the games have their own charm in one way or another. I just have to, like, really get into it. I need to, like, drop. I think that everybody... Okay, you guys, everyone here can only play, like, maximum 3 gacha games, right? I'm just assuming things. Because the moment you hit 4, it's like you're gonna have no time in your life. I remember even people who are playing just regular Arknights saying that it's very hard for them to handle both Enfield and Arknights. You have 20 installed, but there's no way that you can play all of them. There's no way you can play every single one of those 20 games every single day and do all those dailies. Right? You're playing 7? How? There's no way. See, I'm thinking about Arknights right now, and already there's the IS event that is ongoing, that's endgame, and you're constantly grinding it. Then right now you're grinding the event, and back then you're also trying to catch up to, like, chapter 15 of the story. And then there's also CC, there's also contingency contract. So, like, there's already so much in Arknights that it will take up your entire day. Sometimes I just play 1 round of integrated strategies, and that already takes up 2 hours of my day, and my day is over by the time I'm done, like, 2 or 3 rounds of it. And then if you were to play Uma Musume, even worse, because I played Uma Musume before, and there was one day where I just woke up, and I was like, let me just play a little bit Uma Musume. And I blinked, 7 hours had passed, and I'm like, hold on, I didn't do anything all day, I was just playing Uma Musume. So imagine like trying to handle more than 3. I can't even handle 1, guys. It's hard. My max is like 9 games at a time, can only do 2 weeks max. It's crazy. It's a lot. Yeah, your mistake is doing what? How do you concentrate? You can't. It takes maybe 1 hour to do dailies. Everything else is whatever I feel like actually doing. Granted, I've been playing Ark Knight since day 1, so... Man. Huh. Alt-tab when I'm auto. I think what happens with a lot of gacha games these days is that there's no real auto. You just skip, right? Like, there's so much skipping in gacha nowadays. Hi, JDA! Yeah, it's been a while! I'm doing good. How are you doing? Happy Wednesday. Welcome in. Some skip, some auto, some don't have any? Really? I guess so. I guess, like, the more traditional ones don't have auto. Some of them do. Though some of the ones that have been out for a long time have probably added a lot of QOL into the game already. Happy birthday, Ark. No, my birthday! My birthday's in June. I'm gonna be gooning off stream. How did you know? How did you know my schedule? Bit good for now. As long as it's good. As long as it's not bad, you know what I mean? I think like a regular day is still considered a good day. Longest gacha I played is Epic 7, super fun game. Me too. Me too. I used to be really hardcore in Epic 7. I joined one of the top guilds. My guild was carried by this one big whale, big ass whale, massive whale. What's even bigger than a massive whale? Like a giant alien type creature. God. My guild leader was like God. And he funded the entire guild. And at any time someone, like a new banner dropped, he would send people money to gacha. And we'd be competing against like all these top guilds in like Korea or something. And because it was in Korea, we had to wake up in the middle of the night to do guild battles, guild wars. And then it got so bad that my sleep was affected. And so I was like, I have to drop this game. I can't be that addicted to a gacha game. That sounds horrible. It was. It was. That game is really competitive. Yeah. Yeah, I remember, yeah, we would get all of the Moonlight characters the moment they were released. It was a thing. Speed meta. First counter God Ken. I still remember my Epic 7 days. They were great. They were great until it became not great. My longest is Grand Blue Fantasy, still haunting by Unite and Fight to this day. Need to clock in like 5 AM to fight the Guild Wars. It's horrible, isn't it? It's like, it's horrible to having to wake up to do Guild Wars, to do guild battles and PvP. And then you realize that like it eats at you because that's the only thing you think about the entire day. I played Epic 7 for a bit but couldn't get into the PvP. It was very paid to win. It was very much paid to win. I think I was mostly into it just for the story as well. Because season 1 the first chapters, oh, they were so good. And then when chapter 2 released, it fell off so hard. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to keep going. But I was stuck. I was like in a gang. It felt like I was in the mafia or something and I can't leave. Because my guild leader was just that hardcore. And plus, I was playing with a lot of friends that I knew back in my MMO RPG days. So I'm like, well, my friends are playing this. I should keep going. My friends are all in this guild and they're all hardcore. I should keep going. can't wait to get on break in PvP Naruto Blazing. Me at a time before it shut down. Very sad that it was gone now. Naruto Blazing. I didn't know a lot of people who played that. My first time hearing that there was someone here who played it. Keep chasing that 250 speed in Season 1 Epic 7. No! My trauma's coming back. We're always farming speed gear. The entire day, you're just farming speed gear. Ugh. And then it's all gacha, it's all RNG. Because the moment you level up, you're hoping and you're praying that it's gonna land on speed. I've witnessed some unhinged spending back when I played. People putting their entire paychecks into preloading gacha currency. Yes, me too. FGO is wild, and there was no limit. There was no pity system, no guaranteed, with the gacha system. So I also saw a lot of people putting their entire paychecks into the game. And maybe it's a good thing that I didn't play it, but I would be at like McDonald's or something. There'd be a friend hangout. Everybody's on their phones, and then someone would be pulling, and then it would just be constant peer pressure with other friends going like, oh, you know, you could just do another 10 pull, just another 10 pull. And then the moment like they put in their money into the game, everyone's like super hyped, right? And everyone's just yelling at them going like, oh, like, you know, they're doing countdowns with the pulling, with the gacha pulling. Oh, it's such a bad addiction. Couldn't be me. I was the one sitting in the corner going like, I'm so glad I'm not playing FGO. I'm so glad I'm not into this addiction. Hello, Popping Rico. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday. I'm trying to install Arknights, but it's telling me I have to turn on hardware virtualization, and I have no idea how to. I forgot to. It might take a little bit of Googling. You're downloading it on the PC, right? The PC client. Yeah, I honestly forgot. I think I had to Google it at the time too. Welcome in, Stixon. Did I go into BIOS? Probably. Yeah, this is me going, good luck. It is a good game though. I hope you enjoy Arknights. I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoyed it. The stories are super well written. It will be a slow burn. It will be a slow burn. I have 320k Arindum. What? 950 Originum in Arknights, all free, never been comfortable in Gadget game. I'm not as hardcore as you, Tektora. You're really hardcore. I've never gotten that far. I play the game like once a week, seriously. And I'm like broke as hell. I have 0 Arendum and 0 Originum in Arknights. But I'm like a dolphin in the game. At least when I had work, when I was playing 9 to 5. I just play, I'm not even hardcore. It's true. I mean, here it is. If you're using your sanity and making sure that your sanity never tops up, right? And never hits maximum, then I would call you hardcore. I think that's considered hardcore. Especially when it came out 6 years ago and you had to manually grind. You had to manually use your stamina because now you can skip it. Now there's finally a skip. But back then, no, you had to wait. You had to go on, you had to wait. I played since day 1, so I completed all the stages as they come out. I'm so behind. I'm only on like chapter 12. Yeah, I'm only on episode 12. Hi, Butternote. How is life is happy? Pretty happy, a little bit stressed. I have a lot of work to do. I have a lot of projects that I'm in and have not yet completed them. But so far, it's not bad. It's just life things. I hope you're doing good as well. There is an Owlman in Enfield, yeah. There is. We don't see a lot of Owlmen in games at all. They always default to like, you know, cat girls, bunny boys, bunny girls, cat dudes. It's always bunnies and cats, but they never go into like the bird territory. Always mammals. We don't even see a lot of dogs, to be honest. Right? We don't see dogs either. You don't see like dog men. You see wolves. Wolves, 100%. Fox, sure. I think the thing is, like, dogs are such a popular animal in real life that you think you would see it more often in games. But we don't see any of them. Yeah, there's barely any dog girls. I don't actually... Is there even a dog girl anywhere? They're all just like wolves. They're all wolves. And I'm not going to call them dogs because they're wolves. I don't want to go back to the old days annihilation runs. That's what I mean. The manual annihilation runs. That takes like, I don't know, half an hour to do. You gotta wait there. You gotta sit there for half an hour for it to finish because you're killing like 400 enemies. I remember seeing a goat person in a gacha game before. Yeah, even goats. I've seen like goats and sheep. A lot of characters with horns. And they just default to goat or sheep. But dogs? No. Still, Arknights, in my opinion, have the best fashion clothing design in all gacha games. I think so too. I'm kind of like... What I really enjoy about it is that they credit all the artists in Arknights, and they credit all the voice actors in Arknights, and they have like different voices for all the characters. Like for instance, if a character is from in-game Italy, that they will have an Italian voice actor for the character. And they will... Shut up, Wilder! And they will, yeah, they will have their names there and everything. I think that's the cool thing about it. There's an old manga I read that I had a dog girl that was like 5 years ago, though. They need to release another one. They need to release a lot more. Too many cat girls. There's way too many cat girls in this world. Way too many. Hello, Crimson. Yeah. Yeah, we did talk about Arknights. Thank you for this stretch in the hydrate. Hypergriff loves their artists, be it media or music, and I think it's probably because Lowlight himself was an artist before he became the CEO of Arknights. He was the one who designed Kelsit. Kelsit was one of his first characters. I'm not sure if he drew Kelsit either. Yeah, he probably didn't draw Kelsit, but Kelsit was his OC. Kelsit was his daughter. Was his first character ever. He designed her. Hey, Ark and chat, have a good day. You too, Saliathan. Enjoy your day. I am about to like head off. Kelsit is technically stolen. Really? Was he like, oh, I really like this character. Let me just design her the way that I think she should look. And he's like, wait, hold on. Let's just put her in the game because I really like her character. Ship girl named Victoria Bellas went a step further and had VA speak in native languages of the ships. Oh yeah, no, same with Arknights. Same with Arknights. They all spoke in their native language as well. So I remember streaming Arknights, and I had one of the characters, Evan Holes, who's a German boy, suddenly speak German, and then someone in chat who doesn't play Arknights was like, "Did I just hear German?" Yes, you did. Yes, you did. I think it's great. It adds a bit of immersion to the game. I love it. I love it so much. There's a point in time when I just kept all of the operators speaking in their native tongue. I'm like, I don't know what you're saying, but it makes sense that you're speaking in your native tongue. New earrings? Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Don't worry, if you can't figure it out, then it's fine. I do want to mention that I do switch outfits very often. I do change outfits every so often. So it could be that. Hint, hint, wink, wonk. Maybe. Lowlight also left Girls Frontline to make Arknights because he didn't like that Girl Frontlines wouldn't go dark enough in the story. What? Really? I didn't know that he was part of Girls Frontline. I know that he had what's like a partnership with the Girls Frontline CEO for a bit, and then they had some drama, some friend drama happening, and then he decided to separate I don't know if it's because of that. I didn't know it was because of the story. Arknights is best because there's different art styles and elegant designs. I would argue. I think it's very subjective. I think Arknights art style designs is subjective. I think most people can agree that Arknights might have the best art style and elegant designs, but it's also dependent on what you think a good art style and good design is. Because I could look at other games right now, like for instance, I still have freaking Mahara on my screen. I still have Nikke on my screen, and I'm going to say that Mahara's design is really freaking good. Mahara's design is really good, okay? And Nikke. And in a way, you can say that it is elegant as well. But like, it's very subjective. Some people will disagree with me. I like the background of the stream is quite nice. Thank you. I switched it up. I switch it up every so often. This is the first time that everybody is seeing this specific background. We had a different version of this background last time with lighter sky, with lighter petals, flower petals. Flower petals? I think they're leaves. I think they're pink leaves. With lighter leaves. Thank you for the 22 months of support, goofball. That's not me, that's you. Points. Arknights has Palace. It doesn't get more elegant than her. I'm gonna put this out there too, that Reverse 1999 has very, very elegant designs. Do you know which game also has elegant designs? Mormons. Mormons is also another great game with amazing elegant designs. I love Mormons to bits and pieces. I had to drop the game because I didn't have time. Designs like the blue Catboy. The blue Catboy in Arknights. Which one? Oops, all women trope. True, I think I'm gonna have to appreciate Arknights for that as well. That it's a good percentage of men in Arknights. The thing is, I don't play games to goon. I prefer, unless the game itself is a gooner game, points at Nikke. I think they should go into that direction. I think Nikke should totally just become a gooner game. I would enjoy it a lot more. Because it's not a gooner game, that's why I appreciate it. So for like a game like Wuthering Waves, the fact that like, you know, most of the cast are women, it makes me go, it's not realistic enough for my liking. I always need a reason why things are the way they are. And I'm like, I need to know why there's like mostly women in the cast. Like I need a reason. And my brain can't wrap around it. Texas, the Amatosa is the elegantest of them all. See, now we're all being biased. Someone's like Palace is the most elegant. Someone's like Texas is the most elegant. No, there's other ones. There's other ones here. Let's see. Who else is there? You can even argue that like Azure Lane has very elegant designs, despite the fact that, you know, they're ship girls and half their boobs are also spilling out. There's that one girl with what's her name? Yeah, Saint Louise. Her. I'd say she has one of the most elegant designs in games. I haven't ever gotten past her image in my head. Like every time I think of elegant, I think of St. Louise. Even though she's like wearing nothing. But still, I'm like, she's really pretty. I'd say she's very elegant. She's in my book. See, it's all subjective. This is what I'm saying. It's all subjective. I'm gonna show you guys. You know what I'm talking about, right? You know the skin I'm talking about, right? The St. Louis skin, where she's just wearing a silver dress. I like how some of these are censored. No, that makes sense. I can't. I'm not gonna show this on stream. It's As You're Laying after all. Yeah, the one with the very loose dress. The one with the very loose dress. Nikkei making progress doesn't work on men because different chemical excretion during the process of men makes it so that the brain just self-destructs. See? I'm sorry, this is what I mean. You have to stop talking cat because the moment that you give me some sort of like reason for something, I'm like, it just sounds like an excuse. It just sounds like an excuse. They're putting excuses into the lore and it makes me mad. It makes me mad. It makes me so mad. Oh god. Yeah, that one is an excuse. Sorry, the moment we produce a man, they're just going to explode and die. Stop it! Stop it! Women are more emotional creatures. It's more likely for them to resonate with the surrounding environment. No, that's also another excuse. Stop it! Oh no, I hate this! Okay, guys, stop talking. Stop talking about game lore that shouldn't make any sense. I should just end stream. I'm getting mad. Korea literally forced the men into military conscription so they can force to fight the raptors. Okay, that's a better reason for me than going they're gonna explode. They're gonna explode. All right, bye guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm gonna go have lunch. Let's see, who is streaming right now? Oh, this is really funny. I don't want to like double right into Reichi, but I'm just looking at her stream and she's making Markiplier on Tomodachi Life, and she's calling it my personal little torture chamber. Okay, but you know what? How about we do that because I think that's hilarious. I know we raided into Reichi one time before, but let's do it again. Because she is making Markiplier on stream, and I think you guys would enjoy that. Okay, for those who don't know, Reichi's really into Markiplier. She really, really likes Markiplier. And to call it her personal torture chamber for her little me Markiplier is just, I think that's hilarious. So let's do that. Start raid. So just for Twitch, not YouTube. I still don't know how to redirect on YouTube yet. Nikkei Overzone story, try it. Okay, fine. Maybe we will. Maybe we will try it one day. I will. Okay, the next time I try Nikkei, I think it might be on stream again so that you guys can like, don't backseat me. But in case I miss anything, you guys can be like, hey, Ark, by the way, you know what? Points at the screen. All right. Bye, guys. Bye for real. Enjoy the rest of your day. Tomorrow's going to be some Ark nights. We're going to go through the event story. We are on note 3. We are very early in the event. We're still in the very beginning. So if you guys haven't caught up, you still have some time to do it. All right. Bye, guys. Bye. 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 Bye.